I'll be back in 2 minutes.
We are here. I guess Snappy's gonna be back in 2 minutes, so we're gonna do all the intro stuff without him.
We're not gonna go in the table. Okay.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess we should. Haha, let's sneak over there.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh, fuck.
To be fair, I was gonna realize eventually, anyways, when no one was showing up on the recording.
Jordan wouldn't realize it.
You're right. Jordan doesn't like to realize things.
Is that true, Jordan?
Jordan is the greatest realizer ever.
Factually incorrect. I'll change your mind.
Vacation
I will.
Joe.
Oh yeah?
Vacation Joe. Oh, I love that.
Can I do the recap?
If you would like to, sure.
Tyler, you don't have Vacation Joe, do you?
Yeah.
Make sure you take at least 90 more seconds on the recap so that Snappy can be back.
Okay. So, hello, everybody. I am back. I was back last week, and I'm back again. Can you believe it? No? Awesome. Don't care if you believe it or not. I'm still back. So, what happened last week? I appeared, and I was the greatest character ever. Sweets. And, yeah, they apparently had a plan to assassinate the Empress. It was go in, kill, get out. That's not a plan.
That is a plan.
That is not a plan. It's barely an idea.
That is an idea.
I'm just imagining Sweets is just yelling this at the mirror in their inn. And then Poyo's just like roommate, just like off in the corner brushing his teeth like, that is a plan.
It was a great plan.
Afterwards, we decided, hey, let's take one whole week to actually plan this plan out. And that we did. I got a bunch of poisons and other stuff, and I was the only one that was doing any work, and I am the one that's gonna sneak in, and everything's gonna be amazing because I am the leader. Yep, I just took the leader role. No, but
that's how Sweets actually went in and killed the Empress while y'all were asleep.
Yeah, they've already finished the main quest.
Fuck. I can't believe you done.
Anyways,
Draevok,
Toyo, if you want to, you can make an attack roll.
No, not actually.
I think you should.
That's
I
for
think
later.
it'd be funny.
Okay. Hey, Sweets.
Hi.
Sweets, as you were giving this recap, pepping yourself up in the mirror, Poyo chucks his toothbrush at you and it hits you in the side of the head.
Oh, I turned so it hits my eye and just goes in.
In your fake eye, right?
Yeah.
I'm making sure.
I just stole your toothbrush. I'm never getting it back.
I rip out another spike because apparently my spikes I was using it as a toothbrush, which honestly,
yeah, that's pretty Poyo-esque.
Yeah, so I just get another one and like.
Okay. So yeah, we decided to plan out what we're gonna do. We went, gathered some resources, and then afterwards, Eterna left and did some stuff. And I believe Eterna's gonna tell us what happened, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what they say, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. Eterna, please describe exactly what happened.
So, let me open up my notes. So, I went to go and do research, and I went to the Grand Archive and researched the Summer Tales, the Merchant Guild family. And they are in Castledon and Minivar. but they are mainly in Minivar. Specifically in Stimpsos.
That's a hard Y, not a soft Y. Minivar.
Minivar.
Yeah.
Specifically in the main port of Minivar, which is Stimpsos, which sounds like a disease. Not gonna lie about that one.
Don't talk about Poyo's main home base office of his shipping company like that.
I'm not allowed to talk shit about them. It's okay.
They have a few notable members. Uncle Mamonok. A name that I can only describe as Aw.
Show me.
AW, and then like the French AE.
Oh yeah, this isn't a random napkin, isn't it? No, it's not. Joke's
No,
on
it's
me.
not.
I'm back. I'm good. I'm back.
Welcome back. We're doing the recap of yeah, that's Awena.
Oh, Awena. Okay, I did not finish writing her name down once I got to the weird part.
Yeah, AWAEN.
NA.
Yeah, it'd be NA. Sorry, my brain turned off.
Their son Gurith, and I know how do I think you actually pronounce that? Gurith. And their daughter Sarahwyn.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. To be I don't know, like whatever. I researched the divorce where the emperor or the previous emperor had a affair with a servant and was banished from the city. And now lives on a plantation in the south, like a little ways from the city. I researched the walls. And I tried to research on Jin on the court case records, but I'm not a citizen, and I couldn't think of a good enough way to lie about being a citizen. So I didn't get any information. And then the rest, I want to say in character.
Sure. So, as we step into the world of Lavinia, you all, after Sweet stills Poyo's toothbrush, you guys all gather for breakfast on that fateful day, the day that you have planned to do the thing. A champion's breakfast is had of various food items. Depending on which character you are, it depends on what you would end up eating. But
Waffles.
I imagine Asya gets functional lettuce again.
It just works.
It just
Don't
works. So yeah, the world is yours. As Eterna is recapping this to you.
So Eterna isn't there yet. She kind of like walks in. Like, do you see this like, I think it was like a copper dragonborn, just like walk in, close the door behind them. Are we in like the lobby or like in our suite of rooms?
You're at the continental breakfast, unless you would like to be. Well, if you're just coming in from that experience, let's see.
Yeah, that would have been like a dinner.
Yeah, it'd be dinner time then. So you guys are at the continental breakfast room eating dinner. It's mostly empty right now. It's a little bit of an early dinner, but you expect it to start filling up like within a half hour or so.
So, this Dragonborn walks in, closes the door, stares at y'all, walks over, sits down, drops disguise, and is like, okay. So, hi. We have a problem.
What do
And
you
what
mean?
would that
We
problem
never
be?
run into those.
I never like reports in the morning.
This is dinner time.
This is dinner
We
time.
retconned everything that I said.
Never like those words at dinner time.
Yeah. Okay, so small problem. No schedules, no outfits. Whenever I went to the castle, they are very fortified.
Okay.
And have like dispel magic or like some kind of like anti-magic like barrier in the gate to where if you go through it, it will dispel whatever magic you have going on.
So just go over it then.
Or
On top.
What, hold on. What if we go under?
I'll get
Yeah.
there. So I was pretending to be a guard. I drop down my voice whenever I say that, so other people can't really overhear, or I try to make it so they can't. So I was trying
Don't
to...
mind me just rolling a perception check. Continue.
Okay, so I was trying to be a guard, and everything was going good until it was time for me to walk through the gate. And I was like, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. Because I could sense the anti-magic field. So I was able to pretend to throw up to try and be like, oh no, I'm just gonna go home, to not be sus. And then one of the guards was then trying to like pat my back and was like, wait a minute, you're not the guy. So they, I was discovered. I tried to get them to calm down. And they got very, very mad. And the Old Watch, which y'all don't know, y'all don't know what the Old Watch is, do you?
They're old.
It's been explained in character, but I can remind you that the Old Watch is an
11-foot tall, hulking construct, with a big ass weapon and like a great sword, but it's more of an afterthought because it has a big ass shield full up of runes that makes you think that the sword was an afterthought. And it's terrifying, is what it is.
The Old Watch was recently explained in a past episode. They are a collection of first-generation Warforged. The type of Warforged that are bound to specific amulets, and people who wear those amulets can command the Warforged to act. They have served as guardians of the royalty of Ylisandor pretty much since Ylisandor has had Warforged. And they also served on the front lines in the Emergence War when Ylisandor and all the rest of the countries were desperately trying to defend themselves against Draevok invading from the Lower Shadowfell. And not a single one of them perished during that war.
They are big scary.
Anyone who can stand up against the forces of Draevok and not die at all is big scary. But yes.
What, did you see one up close or something? Or did you just get a peek of it?
No, I got very up close with it, and I thought I was gonna die. I I was able to run before it got a swing off at me. But yeah, no, so I ran. And the castle is now definitely on high alert.
So, ha! You can't just blame us for that little accident on that one day. Ha ha ha!
See, Eterna makes mistakes too.
It's called There's Only So Much I Can Do with the magic I have, and I chose to not die. But there is a way that we could try to sneak in.
Well, we have the secret entrance. Yeah?
Sweets, go ahead and roll a perception check for me. Eterna, you too.
Perception.
28.
Damn.
24.
28 and 24. Both of you spot this at about the same time. You notice one of the few patrons in here, a sort of like elderly halfling woman, that was sitting not necessarily close to you, has moved a few stools on the bar closer.
I'm going to.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Sure. Are you full casting or starting a ritual?
Full casting.
Okay. As you cast, the only ping you get from her, well, first off, you immediately get a list of all of the magic items on the party, in the party's possession. And there's a number of them. And I think you, Silver, know at least some of them out of character. So, you can feel free to roleplay about those later if you would like.
Yeah.
But the only magic you notice on this halfling woman is there's a slight enchantment on her cane to help with her mobility. But no disguise self or anything like that.
Okay. Does she have any markings of any criminal organizations or anything like that?
With a 28 on perception, doesn't appear to be. You notice there's like flour caked into some of her knuckles. I get the sense she probably works as a baker somewhere.
Got it.
But yeah, based on everything that you can see, just seems to be a random citizen of our fine city here that might have overheard a little bit of your conversation and scooted over to try to hear a little more.
I kind of cough, and then I switch to Orcish. I think that we should continue this discussion in somewhere else.
She's speaking
What did you
gibberish
say?
again. That's alien talk.
I look at
So,
Jin, and then I look at Asya.
That is
Do I
some
know what
alien
language
talk
you're
if I-
speaking?
if
I
I ever-
Asya, you definitely know the language. Sweets, I think you probably recognize it. Asya, I don't know if you know the language, but you definitely
I do
recognize.
not speak it.
You definitely
I-
recognize the language.
In
I
Draconic,
cast
I yell
tongues.
tongue.
I cast tongues.
Okay. As you're casting, you notice this old lady recognizes the switch in language as well, and is like very flustered, getting up and like very quickly collecting her things and doing her best to run away without looking like she's running away, and very much looking like she's running away.
Got it.
Sweet,
So,
Gonna
you
eat that.
don't suppose that old woman just heard our conversation?
I'm gonna test.
No, we're talking too quiet.
I'm gonna I'm gonna walk by you and cast. No, I'm gonna walk by her, accidentally bumping into her when I get into trying to get something from the bar, and drop my eye of holding into her pocket.
Okay, that's gonna be difficult as she is like hustling out of the bar at this point, and I assume you guys have taken like a back corner. So
Silver, do you have Mage Hand?
Can I
Maybe
throw
you can
a
use.
detect
In
thoughts?
Orcish,
Oh my God.
in Orcish, I go like, okay, I'll be right back, and then I'll go do this.
Sure. Roll a, we'll say a performance check and a sleight of hand check.
Awesome.
Performance to try to make it look like you getting up is not in any way related to her getting up.
This is amazing.
That is absolutely amazing. Let's see if old lady stats can beat that. That's a nat one.
I heard old ladies like to carry pounds
And
of
that
salt
is
with them.
a 13. So
Wait. It's an ability check, correct?
That is an ability check, yeah.
I'm gonna use cutting words. You haven't said whether or not it's success or not, so I'm gonna use my cutting words, and I'm gonna like, you drop this, and try to get her down. Let's see.
Sure, you can go ahead and roll that. In that case, I do also want just a straight charisma check from you, just to see if you're able to disguise your use of that ability.
Yeah, no problem.
You'll have advantage on this because old lady doesn't probably know your abilities.
There's D6, I believe.
All right, minus a d6.
So, ouch. And just regular charisma with advantage.
Yep.
22.
Yep, she's not beating that. So she definitely doesn't realize that you've used an ability. But 13 minus 2 is still an 11. So as you, like, cough out, you dropped this. She sort of pauses and says, actually, I don't think that's mine. Have a good day. And
Can I
she
throw
just,
detect
like,
thoughts?
she just, like, takes the eyeball and, like, places it on a nearby table and continues to hustle out. You cast Detect Thoughts, and her surface thoughts as she's leaving the 30-foot range are something along the lines of strange folk in town pretending to be guards, talking about breaking in somewhere, speaking Orcish. Oh gods, not another war.
Hey, Alan.
Do I think that she's going to tell the guards?
Yes.
Can I roll perception to see what they're trying to
Yeah, at this
What,
point,
see
the
what's-
rest of the table, you guys are all, like, aware of this.
Okay, can I try to use cast Mage Hand and quickly pick up the
Slam
eye?
door.
I mean,
Cast Mage Hand,
It's
pick
probably-
up the eye? Sure. What do you do with it?
I was planning on well, is she out the door already?
She is, like, 10 feet from the door. Maybe 5 feet.
10 feet the door. Am I quick enough to slam the door?
Roll a charisma check versus old lady walking speed check.
Just straight up charisma check.
Yeah, just a straight charisma check. It's an old lady, you'll be fine.
Famous last words.
I hope that's not anyone's last words.
Cause I was thinking of just trying to put the eye in our pocket, or like something like that.
Well, right now we're seeing if you get to slam the door first or if she gets through the door first.
No, I was only asking if I could.
Oh.
Like, if that was a option.
That is an option. It requires a roll.
Yeah. I figured that. I didn't expect to roll in this tabletop game, Alan.
You didn't expect to roll dice in Dungeons and Dice?
Hey, Alan, I turned turn-based.
Shut up.
Oh
my god, was that a Baldur's Gate 3 reference? Oh.
But I'm gonna try to go with my original plan of just like trying to put the eye in the pocket, cause I think unless you want me to roll to figure out what Sweets was trying to do, of why he kind of.
He only got a 11 on performance and 10 on sleight of hand.
So towards those obvious what
I think you can definitely tell.
Alright.
So yeah, if you'd like to roll, I don't think you have proficiency in sleight of hand.
No.
Okay, so that's also just a d20 plus your charisma, because it'd be a charisma sleight of hand check instead of a dexterity sleight of hand check. Since you're doing it with mage hand, it's a spellcasting ability thing.
So +4 then, d20 +4.
Yeah.
Alright. 17.
17. Perception. 3. So yeah, as the old lady like sets it on the table, Sweets, you see like this small spiky hand just appear, pick up the eyeball and just slip it into her purse as she finishes walking out the door and is now like going down the street out of your view.
Okay. I say thank you to Poyo, and I am going to follow stealthily this old lady.
Sure.
And
well,
because I have detect magic, I can see exactly where
yep,
she's
you
going.
can follow the eyeball and the cane.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead.
As Sweets heads out the door after the old lady, I'll just turn to the rest of the table and say, well, I suppose we'll be continuing this discussion later.
I guess so. So who wants more? Who wants more chicken nuggies?
I think I could use a drink.
I'm more feeling tendies.
I did find a promising lead on a secret entrance in the castle.
Oh, would you like to tell us, Eterna?
Yes.
I think we should head somewhere a bit more private.
Yeah, because I was going to tell it in Orcish, but I forgot that only like me and Jin understand it.
I suppose none of you speak Celestial?
I say fuck you in Draconic.
No.
Then we have no alternatives. Unless we would like to take turns of writing on a piece of paper.
Do you know what Morse code is?
Do you know what your mom is?
And on that note, we're gonna swap camera view back to Sweets. If you wouldn't mind rolling a stealth check as you were following the old lady. Not necessarily to hide from the old lady, but more to hide from anyone else who might be wondering why you're following an old lady.
Yeah, no problem. Can I get advantage because I am like not being right behind the old lady?
Sure, you're within 30 feet, and you definitely like know these streets. I won't give you an advantage, but I'll give you another extra +2.
Got it. Thank you. It's all I want. Stealth, right?
Yep.
30.
Total of 30. How about that? Yeah. I mean, these streets are your streets. You've been sneaking through them for 7 years. You're at the point where you could probably like disguise yourself as a cobblestone in the street, and people would walk past all day and no one would realize. You're a ghost as you flit through, following this old lady as she is, you recognize, heading straight for a guard checkpoint.
Yeah. If she ever walks in like alley or something, I'm gonna ready my scimitar with some basic poison
Sure.
and push her in an alleyway and kill her.
Bruh.
Okay. I'll say there's probably, since she's trying to like avoid being followed, probably 75% chance that she goes through at least one alleyway where you can do that without being spotted with your 30 in stealth. So here's the deal. Roll a d4. On a 1, there's no alleyways for you to be able to do that. 2, 3, or 4, she's just dead.
4.
Yeah. Maybe like 50 feet from the tavern, she like slips in between 2 buildings, and you're able to just come up behind her and slit her throat.
Yeah. With her own hand, I'm gonna grab some of her blood and on the wall make a marking of one of the other organizations, criminal organizations in the city.
Sure. Which organization? I mean, you would definitely know them.
Yeah. I would say the one that's having trouble with their what's it called? Their hierarchy right now.
Gotcha.
I don't remember exactly which one it was, but one of them is definitely struggling with keeping everybody
With
in
branding and advertisements.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll definitely take her cane and any valuables that are there to make it look like it's a robbery.
Gotcha. You make a symbol of 2. You make a symbol of sort of like a half of a closed fist, like the top half of a closed fist, with 3 wavy lines coming down from the bottom. The symbol that you know as a sort of sign of the Phantoms, which is one of the more prominent non-guild criminal organizations within the city of Sala. And all of this is like rote to you. You've seen muggings done like this countless times. You've done them a few times yourself, even though it's not necessarily your specialty. Yeah, frisk her for valuables. She has a potion of healing on her, as well as a potion of invisibility.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
2 gold, 36 silver, 12 copper. The cane, the enchantment on the cane as you pick it up and sort of inspect it a little bit more, is it just like prevents her from losing any sort of movement speed due to her old age. But it doesn't, like, it wouldn't give you or any of the other members of the party any advantage on that. So the enchantment's fairly useless, but it could be valuable. You retrieve your eyeball. There's a silver locket that she's wearing. Seems to have pictures of grandkids in it. Maybe grandkids, maybe great-grandkids. You're not sure.
Rip that off of her.
Yep.
And just kind of like drop it. And I'll drop like 10 copper pieces just spattered around. Like maybe this was mugging gone wrong and like they try to run away from it.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll an intelligence check, add your proficiency bonus.
15.
15. Are you gonna make any effort to hide the body at all?
No.
No. Okay. With a 15, you put it together to try to look like just a typical mugging, with the details that we've talked about, and a few other things you do, you know, positioning the body and the limbs and everything, and dress it up so that any investigator who rolls a 14 or less is going to be able to just come up with, oh, this is just a mugging.
Yep.
15 or higher, of course, they'll actually see through it, but that's the DC for anyone who comes to investigate this particular crime.
Yep. And then I will walk away. Obviously, stealthily, don't want to be caught.
Yeah.
Maybe jump up to a roof because I can climb.
Yo, is that Spider-Man?
Sure.
No, it's just Silver.
With your 30 stealth, you're able to get back to the inn relatively easily.
Before I go back into the inn and before I leave that area, I'm obviously casting prestidigitation to clean myself off any blood that may have been on me.
Good call. You have a reputation for clean and precise work, so there wasn't a whole lot of blood on you. But you clean off like any of the smell of blood, any of the like dirt from the alleyway from like organizing the crime, and the blood on your hand from where you made the marking on the wall. Yep.
And then, all right, you guys, I'm back. Let's say step back in. Don't worry, some coins were exchanged, and the old lady's taken care of. We don't have to worry about her anymore, and yeah, we should probably go somewhere with less people whenever we're talking about something like this. Don't you guys think?
Maybe we should go on a roof, and I'm just playing with my spikes. As I said that.
The barkeeper is a dwarven man, younger dwarven man, but he looks to the rest of you guys and says, well, I suppose there's a bribe in order then, if you want me to have not seen anything.
Yeah. What are you thinking about? 5 gold pieces?
One copper piece?
What I'd really like is some information on a particular cocktail done by, you're familiar with the Drowsy Dragon.
Been there once or twice.
I've been trying to figure out their acid breath cocktail. Haven't quite gotten it. So if you can manage that, that'd be perfect. But 20 gold is 20 gold.
Got it. Here's 5 for down payment, and I will get to that.
Perfect.
You will be getting that recipe.
Good to know.
All right. With that, I suggest we go to one of our rooms. Anybody?
Let's go to Jin's room. He said there's plenty of space in there.
Perfect. Cool.
I agree. I would like a word with you, Sweets. I'll meet the rest of you upstairs.
Yeah, cool. Here in another room, the restrooms, you know?
Here will be just fine.
Perfect. Let's
upstairs we go.
As we're getting ready to start this conversation, Asia, if you'd like to roll just an insight check contested with Sweets, you technically didn't lie, so it could be deception or persuasion on your part. Or I'll say deception or performance on your part, to see if Asia was able to suss out the real meaning of your words.
Got it.
Oh shit. The president.
Asia, what you got on insight?
I have a 15.
15 total?
Yep.
Not quite enough. So, likely, I would say Asya has the sense that something isn't quite what it seems because it was close, but believes that probably it was a bribe that changed hands between Sweets and this old lady, and maybe something else happened. But not sure.
Okay, well, either way, I'm just gonna put my hand on Sweets' shoulder and take him over to the side of the wall.
Yep.
Is this your go-to move? Oh, kinky.
I do not need a move with the likes of you. Now, I may not be very world experienced, but I am not fond of the suspicious company I find myself in.
Neither am I, honestly.
I don't care what terms you reach with the old lady, but if we get ourselves into another trouble, another problem like this, I am not going to be involved with this plot anymore. I'm not interested in bringing civilians into this.
Neither am I. You gotta understand, my reputation is I don't leave any traces, any loose ends. I make sure that anything that I do cannot be traced back to me or any of my current team members. All I want is what's best for everybody. Get the job done with as little attention as possible. The simple transaction that we had with this lady was nothing compared to what I've had to do before, and probably will have to do in the future. But
That does not make me feel at ease.
I'm not trying to make you feel at ease. I'm trying to be honest with you.
Your brand of honesty is not something I am used to.
Not many people are, because not many people are as honest as me. Now,
I find that hard to believe. But regardless, just let's go upstairs and remedy the situation.
alright. Before we go upstairs, though, I just want you to know that I find you interesting. Paladin trying to, and I whisper this, assassinate an empress. Oof. There's a story behind that.
Yes, like I'm doing my job.
So am I. Let's go. Come on. And I run upstairs.
I just turn and look after him with a fucking scowl on my face.
What you guys took so
And I just-
long?
She pushed me against the wall and wanted to talk. And
That
I
does not
I do
sound
I,
like her at
I
all.
do I do a wink.
I'll look back up to the barkeep and order ale for the room.
Just for you or for everyone?
Just for me.
Okay. Yeah. Easy enough.
I'll head upstairs while drinking it.
Yep.
And I will slam the empty tankard on its nightstand as I enter the room.
Jane, your nightstand takes 1 bludgeoning damage. Keep track of that, it'll be important. No, I'm just kidding.
Understood.
At the end of the day, it's like, oh, it has 3 damages. That's gonna be 30 gold coins.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna say it's a mimic.
Jin just brings out like a fucking one of those like baskets in churches, and you're like, all right, my nightstand is a little damaged, so I'm gonna need some coin. He just holds out the little basket, but you need to put like money in
The
it.
collection plate?
Yeah, the collection plate. Is that really what it's called?
That's what it's
I thought it was
called.
just called I thought it was just called the basket, or whatever.
Collection. It has the word collection in it. But yes. All right.
I want to say, Silver, that was some top-notch roleplay Go ahead and take a point of inspiration for that. Just the level of sinister of going, just casually killing an old lady, dressing up the crime scene, coming back like nothing happened, flirting, and saying, "I've done much worse" in almost the same breath. Beautiful.
Thank you. I finally get to be who I want to be.
I'm just happy to be here to witness it. Continue.
All right. So, that puts a damper on some of our plans. From the information that you're telling us, if it's a complete dispel magic field, that's dangerous. If it's just an anti-magic field, we can get around that.
Yeah, if it's just a wall, it's pretty.
Like-
That sounds pretty easy to.
Do you happen to know which one it was? Was it dispelling or?
I believe it was dispel magic because I can cast that, and that's exactly what it felt like.
Yeah, based on your arcana and what we encountered there, you would know that it's a field of specifically the spell Dispel Magic. It's not an anti-magic aura. So it's not going to affect any magic items, but any spells that anyone's under, such as Disguise Self, Alter Self, stuff like that, will be dispelled as if Dispel Magic was cast at 3rd level.
Cool.
Which
Then
means for a
we can-
4th level spell that you're under, there would be a roll on the behalf of the gate. But just worth noting.
All right, then we can get around that. My poison plant doesn't have to change because of this thing, and instead of having a purely magical illusion for your appearance, we will have to make it realistic looking.
They also have as well as a old guard. They also have a mage of some sort up there that will cast on us as well, because they saw my face because they cast Dispel Magic on me.
Yeah, I mean, I could change your face to look different without having to use magic. That's the problem with magic casters, is once you start relying on your magic, you forget that there are real things too.
Sweets, you can go ahead and roll a history check with advantage if you want to figure out, who those mages might be.
Yes. History with advantage. Aten.
18. Yeah, you haven't had any dealings with the Aura Conclave in particular, but you know that they are a sect of national spellcasters employed for record keeping, protection of important officials, and as sort of like a magic-based SWAT team. The specific branch of the Aura Conclave that works within the palace, you presume, is likely in charge of the control amulets for the Old Guard, the Old Watch.
Alright.
Mainly specializing in abjuration style magic, and protection, with a few spells to take care of threats quietly, to not disturb the people that they're protecting.
Okay.
They're not quite hired mercenaries, but they're only really one step away.
Got it.
Somewhere between a SWAT team, a mage specialist, and a mercenary guild.
Hired police. Got it.
Hired police. Rent-a-cops, but the scary kind.
All right. Hopefully, our plan means that we don't have to deal with them. Honestly, you only ever have to worry about guards if you get caught. Otherwise, they don't really exist. That being said, it is going to be more difficult if we can't use magic. We have to make sure that anything we prepare is going to be good. Are you guys, any of you, have any experience with a disguise kit?
I got one.
I got one.
Can you guys use it efficiently?
I could put on a mustache. I get like the fake mustache on me. See? Who do I look like now? I look like a completely different person, don't I?
Yes, you do. Wait, who am I talking to? Who are you?
It's me.
Everybody get him.
Oh shit.
Roll an initiative.
Eterna, do you have more experience with this?
Well enough to fool some orc chiefs and whites.
Not the smartest people, but not bad.
The whites are smarter than I think you give them credit for.
I meant the orc chiefs. But yes, you're right. Anybody else have any experience with disguising or hiding or essentially?
I mean, with like
I could
hiding
disguise myself as a drunkard. Just give me a few minutes.
Aussie, are we gonna have another girls' night?
Ooh,
Yes, it's
girls'
starting
night?
right now.
Yes.
All right. All right. So we don't have guard information, and we don't have the maid uniform.
Yeah, that was like the most important part of the plan, huh?
A little. It's not that. It's one of our backup plans. Okay, I'm gonna have to talk to someone. You guys keep on gathering the information here and the resources that we need. I think we still need the 25 gold pieces worth of diamond dust.
I thought you bought that.
I thought you also.
But I mean, it's timey-wimey, sir.
Oh, okay.
I will go downstairs and collect some more resources, and Alcia takes her leave of the room.
And I'll go and get some more information, and I'm gonna go with Austia to go to the bar.
Oh wait, are you the only one who can cast detect thoughts?
Me?
Yes, in the party. Only
As far as
person?
I'm aware, yes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna need your help.
Damn it.
Yeah. We don't want any loose ends, and currently our bartender is a loose end.
What happened to paying him off?
We are. That's why I'm using Eterna.
Bartenders tend. Oh, whoa.
Not in that way. Who do you think I am?
I think you're some slimy mercenary from the city.
You may recall our conversation a few minutes ago. I know exactly who you are.
Look, all I need is for you to read someone's mind while I am conversing with them. Simple, right? No?
That sounds straightforward, Eterna. I'm sure you can handle that, right?
And if you guys, I'll buy you guys drinks.
You better buy me a barrel.
Barrel, you got it. Awesome. Do you guys want to do that right now?
The fire in my eyes has been lit.
Awesome. The rest of you have fun. It's girls' night, and I start walking with the.
I'm already out the door as soon as I heard free alcohol.
Perfect.
All right. So as far as I can tell, you just said it's girls' night to Jin, Poyo, and Ruben.
I'm just very. Poyo just looks very confused.
Yeah, well, I'm leaving with the girls, so it's girls' night.
I look at both Jin and Ruben and I'm like, hey, is it unexclusive if I say that a girls' night is supposed to be entirely comprised of girls, or is that?
You know, when I had a sister, well, I have a sister, and so when she was younger and had girls' night, I mean, I was also older, but I didn't. Yeah, I don't think that's how girls' night works.
We can make our own girls' night.
Yeah, let's go kill the Empress without.
Yeah, let's go.
That's
go
our
do
kind
that
of girls'
together.
night.
That's my favorite
We'll tell scary
type of
stories
girls' night.
by the fire.
Let's do dance infiltration, shall we?
Dance infiltration.
Beautiful.
Gaming.
So,
Alright.
I believe Silver and Turner are talking to the barkeep. Is there anything else anyone else wants to do? Aussie is getting drunk.
Yeah, I was already at the bar when they got there.
Chug, chug, chug.
Hey.
Yeah. I actually will offer the barkeep a gold coin and say, "How many does this buy me?"
That'll keep you in business on the lower shelves for the rest of the day.
The day? It's already midnight.
If it's already midnight, then my sense of time is whack. I thought it was getting ready for the dinner rush.
Is it? I look outside. What time is it?
Is getting ready for
It's
the
probably
dinner rush.
like 6.
Eterna walked in as they were getting ready for the dinner rush, and so you've been having this conversation.
Oh, you guys are functional and eat dinner at not midnight. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
No.
As opposed to
With the
real
program.
life, where I'm functional and eat lunch at midnight.
Any time is good for lunch. I don't know what you're talking
Morning,
about.
afternoon, and night.
Oh, that sounds
Any
good to me.
time of the day is right.
Can I get that in one beverage?
All of that in one beverage.
What's the biggest implement of drinking that you have for sale?
Well, if you've got another 5 silver on you, we do have a full gallon sort of challenge mug. No one's taking it up in a bit, but if you can chug the whole thing in one go, it's free.
I'll give it right here.
Alright.
I'll just put a second gold on the counter.
Sure. He takes the gold and changes it for 10 silver and then leaves that on the counter while he goes into the back to grab this big ass like jug.
I'll put my 5 silver back into my purse.
Yes. Or wherever you keep your money.
I just have general baggage, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you're like,
Don't we all? Don't we all?
You know what? No. You know what? I've got a hand-woven purse that I made myself. What it's
I'm
in.
very
That's what my
proud of
money's
you.
in. Yeah.
Yeah. And if at any point in time you get tired of having a hand-woven purse that you wove yourself, all of you can be considered to have a quote-unquote inventory.
Does it go inside of me? Do I throw it up?
Uh,
Can I carry a stack of 64?
that's up to you, but within reason.
Except for me.
My only thing is, don't make me enforce encumbrance rules. But yeah, he comes back out. This is like just almost like a cast iron, like coffee mug. But it's like the circumference of a plate. And it has like a specific rim. There's a line around it in the middle. And then like the rim goes up a little bit above that, and there's a specific rim that like narrows the like spout so that you can drink out of it effectively without dumping it all over yourself.
All right.
You look at it. He said a gallon. That cup probably is more like a gallon and a half. Whoever did the measuring was a little bit generous, and maybe had already been using the cup before they measured it.
No, that's part of the ploy. Is you say it's a gallon so that they think they can finish it.
Yeah, they're like, I can do that.
They can't.
Yep.
Maybe. If that was intentional, that was a really good marketing strategy. Either way, he clangs it down on the countertop and like lifts up a small keg up onto his shoulder and opens the tap on it, and it starts filling up from like where he's holding the keg on his shoulder.
I'll as he's pouring it, I'll get my empty tankard and fill it from the keg. If you don't mind.
Go for it. You seem like you can do it. I believe in you.
Much appreciated. And then I'll continue drinking my tankard as he fills the friggin' iron.
Yep. The cast iron chug jug.
Chug jug.
After it fills up, he sort of pushes it over to you. It sloshes a little bit. You just tasted this particular variant of alcohol when you like sipped it from the tankard.
Yep.
This is a cinnamon whiskey.
Oh.
This is gonna burn.
Oh, little did you know I'm made of fire.
That's you saying this out loud.
Probably.
Excellent.
So yeah, as you go to take this massive cast iron mug and tip it up, you can hear there's a few patrons in the inn now getting ready to eat.
Yep.
Trickling in from the day's work. They've all like taken notice of this, and they're like starting to chant, chug, 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 chug.
Chug, 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 chug. Bardic inspiration.
With Bardic inspiration, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, hell yeah. As I tip it back to start drinking, I'll look at the group and like wink one of my eyes as a flame before I start drinking.
Sure.
It was Constitution.
Constitution saving throw. Your Bardic inspiration is a D6?
No, sorry, it's a D8.
D8. So,
okay, so I've
Constitution saving throw, add a D8. The DC for this is 18.
I was about to say I've got a 16, so that's a 20.
Nice.
So yeah, as you like tip it back, it's spicy. Not as spicy as some of the fire wines that the elves were able to brew up, but it's definitely got kick to it. And you can feel your eyes are like starting to water by the halfway point, but you're not a coward. You are Ossia Gracewalker, chosen of PL Dry, drinker of cast iron mugs.
Yep, that's me. My people would be proud.
Well, some of them would probably be appalled. But anyways.
Like most of them would be, actually.
Yeah, probably. You finish it, slam it down, empty clang on the countertop. Cheers all around. Bartender nods at you, just kind of pushes over a glass of water.
Thank you. That'll really settle the burning sensation. And I don't know, I'll down the glass of water and I can go as well.
As you do, you get the distinct sensation that you are going to desperately need to piss in about 30 minutes. But yeah,
Brilliant.
You have drunk yourself silly. You can scoop your gold and 5 silver back up.
Excellent. You know what? Why don't you keep the gold and get some beverages for the other patrons?
You hear that? Drinks all around tonight. And he starts pouring just like a line of tankards.
Bottom shelf stuff.
The
though.
energy, yeah, it's bottom shelf stuff for sure. But the energy in this has definitely kicked it up a couple notches. And at the same time provided ample distraction for everyone so that Sweets and Eterna, if you'd like to have a private conversation with the barkeep, now's a pretty good time.
And
I'll grab one of the poured tankards and like wander over to a window seat as I see them approaching.
Sure.
I just want to double make sure. This is the
place where you're staying currently still.
No, that's not the bartender I was trying to talk to.
Okay.
He wanted to talk to the one that mixed spicy whatever the fuck.
Right,
Yeah,
the Drowsy Dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you can leave unnoticed then, based on the distraction that Ossia and her prolific alcoholism have caused.
Budding alcoholism.
I don't know. After the roleplay we've had over the past couple months.
Girls' night.
This is only my second time being drunk.
Girls' night. As we're walking, I'm putting on a wig.
we'll say nurtured alcoholism.
Enabled alcoholism.
Encouraged.
Yes.
Hey, save some room for that acid breath thingy. Sounds delicious. But yeah, we'll make our way to the sleepy dragon.
The Drowsy Dragon. Yep.
Drowsy Dragoon. Let's go.
No, that's a different place actually. It's like a it's like a guard hangout, you know?
Oh, Dad, no, we don't.
Yeah.
Ranger danger.
Only 6-story building in the entire city, funnily enough.
Alright, we'll make our way to the Drowsy Dragon.
Sure. You step in. The Drowsy Dragon is significantly busier than the place that you're currently staying. There is a black dragonborn with these sort of like beady red eyes currently manning the bar. And there are a couple of other people. None of them are Dragonborn, but they are all wearing like Dragonborn masks of various chromatic and metallic shades. Some of them are better made than others. Probably the nicest one you see, there's a really good like copper dragon mask that a particularly tall and lanky human is wearing, and you can see he's got like claws on too. This seems to be some kind of a theme restaurant. The Drowsy Dragon. Who would have thought? But yeah, you step in and it's bustling. There's maybe 24 or more tables in here, and at least half of them are full.
Got it.
A
I'll send a message.
gnome greets you at the door. say, yeah, welcome to the Drowsy Dragon. Party of 2? Just the 2 of you, or 3? All right, all right.
Did we lose? Where's Saskia?
Oh, she's holding down the fort.
Oh, okay.
Just 2 then.
Just 2, yeah.
Perfect. I've got a spot for you right. Where do you prefer?
We
You
could
want to
actually
be
sit
in
at
the
the
middle?
bar.
I've got a corner seat if you wanna. Any sort of
Closest
like
you could
winks
get
at
us-
you sweets.
Thank you. The closest you could get us to the bartender.
We can just sit at the bar.
I mean, yeah, there's seats at the bar if you want.
Yes.
Perfect. Y'all head on in. Enjoy.
Ooh, can we get dragon mask?
Unfortunately, we keep those just for our employees. It's sort of part of the thing.
I thought everyone had them.
No, it's just the employees right now. We are setting up a sort of gift shop where we're gonna sell them, but that's still like in construction. Come back in like 2 months.
Got it. Can I get a job application, please?
Yeah, I understand completely. And he like pulls out a small scroll and says, "There you go. Just give it back to me when you leave."
Thank you.
Do you need a quill?
Nah, I got one.
Perfect.
All right.
Enjoy.
Thanks. And then we go over, sit down.
Yeah. You sit down. It takes this sort of Black Dragonborn a couple minutes to get to you as he's serving like other customers. So you have the chance to speak amongst yourselves relatively privately in the bustle here, but there are open ears around, so...
When someone casts the message, the other creatures around hear what the person's saying?
No. I understand some DMs rule differently, but the way I've always understood spells like sending and message is that you can literally just mouth the words or whisper them as quietly or even just think them in your mind.
Okay.
And so, like, depending on your awareness of your surroundings, you can cast sending in the middle of a crowd of everyone watching you, and no one knows you cast sending unless they have, like, detect magic, or they recognize the hand motions or whatever.
Okay, so I'll cast message,
Yeah.
obviously to Eterna, and say, okay, so this is the plan. I'm gonna get him talking. I'm gonna try to, like, guess what's the ingredients inside of the drink, and hopefully that makes him think about the actual recipe. If that doesn't work, then we just go home. I'll find a different way to do this. Sounds good? You can
I just
reply
kind
to this message.
of look at you.
You can reply to this message.
Shut up.
Uh-huh. You just stare at me?
Yeah, I just gotta look at you. You know, we watched him make it.
Do you really think that he has all the ingredients not prepared? You don't think that he mixes things beforehand and has it ready just to remix out here?
Half the point of making a drink is making it in front of the customer. That's what's the difference between, like, a bartender and just getting shit out of the bottle.
All right. If you can discern without question every ingredient in that thing, then we have no problems. We don't have to do anything else. Obviously,
we can
all of
simply ask and say one of us is allergic.
We could ask what's inside of it. All right, that sounds good.
I also only have a few uses of detect thoughts. I only have 3 spell slots left.
Well, that's fine. I mean, it's almost dinner time. It's almost midnight,
Yes.
right? That's my dinner time.
It's like 6:30.
6:30. Yeah, we're not gonna do anything else big today, are we?
It's actually 2 o'clock.
Yeah, that only gives us like 3 minutes.
I mean, it's not that hard to get him to go think about stuff. or ask him. We'll see. Just we'll try it out, asking him because you obviously have allergies. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. We have 3 attempts basically.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys are sort of reaching this point in the conversation, the Black Dragonborn sort of steps over to where you guys are. Hello and welcome to the Drowsy Dragon. I'm Oskrios the Ever Restful. What you'll need today? Can I start you off with some drinks?
Yes, we have heard that you guys have an amazing drink.
We've got a lot of
acid breath.
Yeah, the old Oskrios acid breath. That's an old family recipe of mine, actually, handed down from my great grandfather. Yeah. 2?
Yeah, but really quick, my friend here has some allergies. What's in that drink?
So the recipe itself is a trade secret, so I can't share that with you. But if you tell me what you're allergic to, I'll let you know if there's any of that in there.
I think it was all nuts, some eggshells, and juniper beans.
None of that. So you should be good.
All right. Then 2 of them, please.
Perfect. They're 2 silver apiece.
Oh, here's a gold. Just keep them coming.
Yeah, perfect. All right. And he goes and he pulls 3 unlabeled bottles off of the shelves. And you can see these bottles are like intentionally wrapped in just like plain brown paper.
I'm gonna throw up a detect bots.
Sure. As you cast it,
if it matters, I'm casting all of these at 3rd level. I don't think it does matter.
Doesn't necessarily matter. As you cast it, surface thoughts that he has are, everyone wants to know what's in it. No one gets to. And he's just sort of like dismissing y'all almost out of hand as like the worst spies he's ever seen.
Nice.
So
again, as he starts to make the drink, the bottles are unlabeled. If you want to try to recognize the liquids by scent and color as they're being poured in, you can certainly attempt that.
With an alchemist check?
I'd say it's a perception check. I'm going to give you disadvantage because there's a lot of other sensory input in here, and so it's a little hard to focus. But I will allow you to add an additional +2 since you're proficient with, or add your proficiency bonus additionally if you're proficient with perception. So like your perception plus another proficiency bonus for your proficiency with alchemist supplies.
Okay.
So disadvantage.
So I have a +10 basically.
Disadvantage, wisdom plus perception plus proficiency in alchemist supplies. So yeah, +10. Looking at your character sheet.
Well, I rolled a 17 and a 20, so that's gonna be 27 for disadvantage. Because I have a +6 perception and a +4 for
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a 27, you definitely wouldn't be able to get it off the coloration of the liquids alone. You recognize there's intentionally some food coloring in each of these bottles to try to throw off the coloration so that he can make it in front of people without them being able to guess what's in it. But with your keen fox nose, you're able to sort of suss out. Of the 3 bottles that he grabbed, you can identify 2 of them. I won't say what they are because I have no experience with alcohol or making or designing cocktails, but you identify 2 of them.
Okay.
Alan, you never played Bartender VR.
I have never
God.
played Bartender VR.
What's Bartender
I think
VR? Hold on.
Fine, though. But yeah.
You identify 2 of the 3 drinks, 2 of the 3 bottles, and he adds a slice of lime and ice, and passes them over to you.
Perfect. Thank you. Can I start drinking mine?
Sure.
Based on the taste.
It definitely, like, as you're drinking it, it almost sort of like almost evaporates in your mouth. You feel like you're half drinking it and half like breathing it in like a mist, and it burns on the way down, and it starts as like almost a little bit of a painful acidic burn, like when you've just brushed your teeth and then bite into an orange, but not as like severe. But as it like goes down, it sort of shifts into this like warm. You can feel there's at least a little bit of magic in this.
Ooh. These are good. You know who would love these? Asya would love these.
I think Asya just drank 1.5 gallons of alcohol. I think she would die if she drank this.
No. I beat the Constitution. We're good.
Asya's here out of nowhere.
I was actually gonna ask if I would have been able to remember if they told me where they were going, or if I would just stay in the.
Yeah, I thought Asya was gonna come.
You can be a part of this scene if you want to be. You can like stumble in. I will say, Constitution saving throws only go so far.
I know. Especially if I drank however much a fucking 1.5 gallons is of cinnamon whiskey.
1.5 gallons of cinnamon whiskey, plus a tankard, plus a tankard of ale, plus another tankard of whatever he poured lines of.
No, I would absolutely be dead.
Yeah, I think you're up to like 4 liters.
5.5.
Yeah, 5.5. For your.
But you gotta remember.
You are entirely shit-faced.
Yeah. And then some. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hell yeah. Like, bartender, I need another one. And I pass my half-drink one as a, try this, Asya.
Oh, so I just show up. I'm here now.
Sure, you can stumble in if you'd like.
Well, I was gonna say we can roleplay it, or these guys can carry on with their scene, and I'll just arrive later.
You can arrive now or later. It's up to you. Do what you want.
You're drunk. You can do whatever you want to do.
How far away? Yes. How far away is this?
It's about a 50-foot or about a 50-foot walk. Maybe a little more. It's like a block away.
I can do that. And
okay,
as
roll
I'm
a dexterity
sitting in...
check.
Oh god. Dexterity, no.
If you,
That's a
I don't
10.
know if Sweets gave you the cane, but if you get the cane, that'll give you advantage.
I have not
The
shown
cane from
anyone.
I am glad that I do not know of the cane's existence.
Yeah, I had that in my eye, and it's not coming out.
I would probably beat Sweets to death with it.
That's fair. Sure. With a 10, that is exactly what I was hoping for. You get there just barely. So you like stumble in, and the gnome at the door is like, maybe you've had enough, friend?
Oh, well, if that is your opinion, then I shall just exist on the premises, if that's okay.
Hey.
Oh god, Asya, what? I get up from the bar and go and help Asya.
As you go over and like help Asya, the gnome just like locks eyes with you and doesn't say anything, but you get the unmistakable knowledge that you have claimed this person. If this person causes trouble, they are no longer the only person getting thrown out.
I kind of nod, knowing
like,
that
this is your problem now.
It would be funny.
Yeah.
Oh, Turner, it's nice to see you here. I forgot you were. Wait, where's the hooded guy? Where is he?
Oh, the little shit? Oh, yeah, no, he's over at the bar.
Oh,
Okay.
you guys drinking? I would love a drink.
I think you will burst into flames if you drink.
I am not far off it, actually.
I go back with a drink in my hand and say, "Ossia, here you go."
No.
Oh, thanks. Oh, wait, where's that little person at the door? Don't let her see.
Okay.
As you're
just looking
standing,
at
right? Like,
You were
walking through.
I just stare at the little person at the door, and I'm like, just handing the drink and just staring
Wait
at
a
it.
minute! Yo,
Roll an
major
intimidation check, Sweets.
major plot hole right here. I thought paladins couldn't get drunk.
21.
Paladins are immune to disease, not to poison.
Okay.
21.
21?
It's monks that you're thinking of.
The gnome, despite desperately wanting to just get y'all out, takes one look at you as like, this gnome recognizes you. Or maybe not you, but recognizes that you're a part of the Lidless Eye.
Mm-hmm.
Sees
Alright.
the prosthetic eye. Is like, this motherfucker's committed. I'm just gonna be over here. And just like turns a blind eye to what is happening.
Perfect.
I kind of bring Ossia to sit down with us at the bar.
Oh,
Third member.
excellent.
Welcome to the Drowsy Dragon. I'm Oscar Roz, the Ever Restful.
That's a very long name.
Thank you. Cultivated it myself.
Oh, no, wouldn't it be your mother or father's cultivation?
Maybe.
I think that's how
Oscar-
names work, right?
I mean, they don't have to. You can pick your own name. But whatever.
Well, that's right. That's, I guess, yeah.
Alright,
That makes sense.
my friend here,
I can do anything in this
I
world.
talked to the bartender. My friend here, expert on all kinds of drinks. I bet you she
Well,
can get what's in this drink. Go ahead, taste it.
I'm quite new to the drinking, but I actually enjoy it quite a lot more than I expected.
Is this how I was with you?
When?
Ossia doesn't remember anything.
Remember whenever I think we were both drunk. I was definitely drunk.
You
and
were
hit me with your
absolutely the
hammer.
more so.
And
I
you
was
hit
just.
me with your hammer.
Yeah, but you asked me to.
Alright,
Yes, but is this how I am whenever I'm with you?
I gotta hit the
I think
restroom. I'll be
normally
right back, you
fine.
guys. And I'm gonna
Sorry?
go
Oh,
over to
bye.
the restroom.
Ossia, as Sweet says the word restroom, you feel a noticeable cinnamon burn.
Oh, that drink that I had before is making a return appearance, I think. Oh, that
Okay,
was
let's
that.
get you to the bathroom so you can throw up.
No, I came here for drinks. I need to try this one. Oh,
If you throw up-
Might be best to make some room first, friend.
Yeah, if you throw up, then you can drink more. Even though you shouldn't drink more. This is bad advice. I'm trying not to be a
Return up.
bad friend.
oh, Turner. Where's the bathroom?
I'm trying to bring you to the goddamn bathroom.
Alright, lead
Sure.
the way.
All
I look
three
at
of
the
you
bartender.
like trickle into the bathroom. The Oscar is like just nods, like sets like little like claw markers at each of the bar stools to notify that like they're taken and occupied.
Perfect.
I nod and then escort fucking Asya to the bathroom.
Oh, thank you, Eterna. Much appreciated.
As I go into the man's bathroom, because obviously,
Yes.
I'm gonna say, don't forget to hold back her hair.
I think if I touch her hair, she will just set me on fire.
No, Eterna, that's a conscious decision I have to make. You're fine.
Are you conscious?
Yeah, I look at you like, are you conscious?
Do I sound conscious?
No.
Do you know how many dead I've heard speak? Conscious is not relevant.
I'm sure you've got some spell for that as well. I wouldn't be surprised.
Anyways.
I will note, while all of this fantastic roleplay is happening, Boyo,
Meanwhile,
Ruben, is there anything that
Oh,
you
the
guys
girls'
are up
night.
to tonight?
No,
Yeah, boys' night.
I pulled out a game of Jenga, and I'm like, okay, guys, this is the Empress's palace. You see, it's kind of like Jenga.
Mm-hmm.
So we just have to take out one of the guards and fuck.
And then it'll all topple over.
Yeah, they are having a girls' night.
I guess so.
We're having a gay old time.
Yeah, they're having boys' night.
Boys' night in, girls' night out.
Well,
No, we're
Jen,
just having
it's your-
girls' night.
Jen, it's your turn.
Oh, is it my turn to play Jenga?
Yeah.
To play
Oh,
Jenga.
okay, cool.
Ha
Jenga.
Wait, that was like an in-character laugh to a joke she didn't hear. Don't worry about that.
Hey guys, did you hear something?
What are the
Sounded
souls
like
of the
laughter.
damned?
I felt like a disturbance in the forest.
What's the
I
forest?
didn't know you were connected to the forest.
The
Yeah,
forest!
well, the
Damn it.
forest is where I can set up that's the best place to set up the forest fires, Ruben.
I see.
The forest is my element when I set it on fire.
We didn't start the fire. It was Pollo.
Alright. Yeah, just wanted to double check on you guys since you haven't had an opportunity, well, you've had opportunity, but haven't involved yourself in any of the roleplay that's been going on so far. Wanted you to have the opportunity to play the game.
We are the
Playing
king.
the game is overrated, you guys.
That's the secret. We're playing Jenga.
Alright, so.
Yeah, while you guys were out murdering old ladies and getting drunk, I was studying the blade.
For the
studying
purposes
Jenga.
of brevity, you accomplish everything that you need to accomplish in the restroom.
Oh,
You got
thank
the health
fuck.
potions, right?
I really don't need to roleplay throwing up while someone holds my hair. I'm good.
Yeah, so you guys all make it back to the bar.
So, the reason I wanted to go to the restroom
Okay.
is I wanted to cast Unseen Servant in the stalls and have it
You needed
follow
someone
me.
to help you pee, didn't you?
Yes, I needed help with that.
Sure. Yeah, you get your unseen servant out.
I got it. I have it following me exactly right behind me, so
Yep.
that it doesn't bump into anybody or anything, and it's just that.
Yeah, sure. I will roll a d20. On a 1, someone bumps into it. I got an 11. That's 2 1s. 2 people bump it. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, damn.
But there's chances, you guys.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah, no.
Never.
So you guys can all make it back to the bar. Also, you feel slightly less shit-faced, but still shit-faced.
Of course, the alcohol won't just, stop doing its job. That would be terrible. No one would buy it.
Exactly.
Asya,
Yeah.
welcome back. Here's some more drinks.
I haven't finished my last one.
Then start
drinks!
chugging.
Another!
I just...
Girls' night.
You guys you're back. It's no longer girls' night. Fuck you.
We're not back.
No, back to the bar at the Drowsy Dragon.
I got too excited. I thought everything was moving.
I thought I heard Poyo here.
No,
probably-
It's
Poyo
very
was
loud,
here,
but
no
not that
one would be
loud.
there.
You probably heard me saying fuck when I lost the game of Jenga.
Oh, yep.
It echoed
Game-
through the streets.
You could hear that
Game that
across the
Flynn had never
continent.
played.
It's
Jin
like
had
a
never
it's like a
played
strike of
Poland.
lightning that silences the city for 0.3 seconds.
Yeah.
Alright. So, I'll message Eterna. Did you get the ingredients?
Mostly.
Mostly. Alright. What do we still need?
I know what 2 of those bottles were. I'm not quite sure about the last one.
Got it. Should we just steal it?
Are we having this
You can-
conversation at the bar?
No,
This
this
is
is me and
like-
Eterna.
Yeah, messages. It's telepathy.
Gotcha.
While we're having this conversation, I'm also just buying Asia more and more drinks.
I'm gonna stop you.
You think you
After-
can just buy me alcohol and become friends?
Yes?
It's a start, but it's not gonna work.
I just
Listen,
turned to
Asia
the
is
bartender.
my friend.
I need to make her my friend. What you got?
The bartender said, "Well, we have some fire-breathing chicken tenders. They are fantastic."
Fire breathing?
Did they breathe real fire?
Asia, please don't
Yeah.
breathe fire.
It's an illusion, but
Got it.
I mean they're spicy, so
All right, perfect. Get me those.
yeah. there you
Anyone at the previous tavern knows I can deal with heat,
go.
so I'll have some. That'll be a
what
lovely.
tavern was that?
What's it called, Eterna?
The Sleepy Dragoon?
Oh,
No,
thank you,
no, that's-
Eterna.
It was the Sleepy Dragoon.
The one from the direction that I came in from.
No, it's the Cheerwine Tavern.
That
yes,
sounds
it
right.
is. Yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah. I messaged Eterna. I don't like getting caught. If we steal this, they're gonna know we stole this information.
I go and I look at Sweets and I just
Detect-
drink out of the glass, staring at him.
Your detect magic or your detect thoughts, by the way, does pick up a sort of ping on like the surface thoughts of good. If they figure anything out, at least I know who they're working for now.
Yeah. The Cheerwine Tavern isn't where we are, though, is it?
No, you are not currently at the Cheerwine Tavern, but it's like the inn you're staying at.
Oh, I was saying that to be funny.
Well, I don't think we'd actually named the inn that you're staying at after you got kicked out of the last one, so it works.
I checked it out.
No, I wanted to say some other bar.
Well, this has been a lovely beverage. What's this called?
If you'd like to say some other bar, you have the opportunity to try to lie if you'd like.
I would like to try to lie.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it wasn't the Cheerwine bar. It was the what was it called? We went that one place that we went. Wharf's Waves.
How do you bloody remember that place, Eterna?
I remember the bloody rat.
Oh, fuck.
Also,
How did...
she's not as drunk as you. We should
Forgotten
fix
about
that. Can
that.
we get another drink for her?
You don't want me drunk.
Listen, I've
Let's
barely...
get everybody drunk. I put out 5 gold pieces and say, bottom shelf stuff.
I only drink good shit, thank you.
Eterna, what is this good shit?
Oh,
And have we
here,
ever had it?
Here, I pass you another drink. This is the good shit.
Sure. You spend some time drinking. Are you going to make any other attempts to try to garner the rest of the information about the cocktail?
Yes, but do I even know that that's what we're here to do?
I don't think you do.
Yeah, that checks out.
So, Sweets Eterna, what other things are you gonna try to do to
Did he believe me whenever I said that, like, we were from, like, the Wharf's Waves?
He had no reason to suspect you were lying, and he's paying attention to a lot of other things right now, so yeah, no space for an insight check there.
Okay, so I get messages through Eterna. It's like, oh, what's the next big plan? My plans aren't going to work anymore.
Why won't they work anymore?
I'm pretty sure I could read this person really well, and they're way too suspicious of me.
I don't know, maybe because you're sketchy as fuck.
Hey, I make great sketches.
I just imagine that coming through as like a shitty, hastily written text message in Etona's brain.
I'm imagining it as like you accidentally like said "hey" out loud and then followed up the rest of it with telepathically, and everyone's just kind of looking at you like, "Oh, you just yelled randomly." Okay, that tracks, and then they go back to their stuff.
Me?
No, Sweets.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I make great sketches.
I pull out a pencil and paper and put it on the counter, and then fucking draw something.
All right, you draw the plans for the castle.
Yeah. He tries to draw the castle walls from memory.
Are you going to actually do that?
No.
I was about to say, it doesn't seem like something you do.
No.
But, you know, if you want to.
If you did, I was going to set it on fire.
Well, we would get kicked out, but not because of Asia. Anyway, so again, Eterna, what's the next plan? Your plans seem to have been working great. You got 2 out of 3. Let's go for the third one. What do you got?
I'm
gonna tell my.
I'm just gonna speak up. Why are you guys so quiet? I thought we were here to have a drink.
Here you go, and I pass you another drink.
I grab the drink from your hand and I start drinking it instead.
Perfect. Now I'm getting.
Because I've only had like two or three.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You know, I've had like 47.
Yeah.
I've been making
at this
look
point.
like
At this point, you've spent your full gold on the 5 acid breaths that were available from that.
Perfect. I did put out 5 more gold, so.
Okay. So that's 25 more.
Wait, yeah. What the fuck?
By the way, I am making it look like I'm drinking, but I'm spilling on myself. I'm making it look like I'm already drunk, not acting 100%.
I'm gonna do insight because I'm gonna make you drink.
Performance.
Perfect. Oh
no.
You know what? This is perfect time. Thank you, Alan. I'm using my inspiration.
Haha! Go for it.
Persuasion, performance. There we go. Oh no!
Good lord.
No!
Insight.
Freyo, give me your
insight. Okay.
Yes, let me
see if you can
teleport.
tell that,
let me just casually teleport there.
Insight is 14.
Insight is 14. Yeah, you can tell Sweets is not actually drinking.
Yeah. I have had 1 cup in this whole time, and the ice has already melted, and I'm just like waving it around.
I'm gonna grab the cup and then try to like force it in your mouth to make you drink it.
I'll start drinking.
I'll just
That's
I'll
violence.
just look over. Yeah, I'll just look
I am
over
now like force drinking instead of force feeding. Like just
called
drink this.
Eterna, that's called waterboarding, and Sweet is into it. All right, I'll start.
If Eterna has had 3, no,
That's a
she's
different kind of
still probably
performance
tipsy.
check.
She's not drunk.
All right, yeah, I'll actually start drinking now.
Sure.
So you got any ideas, Eterna?
I want to.
Your first detect thoughts is running out at this point. If you want to probe deeper, you can.
I'm going to ask for a. I'm gonna. What's the equivalent of like moonshine straight and neat?
That's a good question because Lavinia doesn't have a moon, so it definitely wouldn't be called a moon.
I want ring shine neat.
We'll call it ring water.
I want some neat ring water. Just like 2 shots.
Yep, gotcha.
It's not raining though, Eterna.
I kind of pat Ossia.
It's okay, Ossia.
We're indoors. Where would you even get rain?
It's ring.
Ring.
Yeah, like the lights in the sky that go around the planet.
Hey, Asya.
That makes more sense.
Here, let me cast this on you. And I cast tongues on Asya. Asya can now understand every language.
And also speak in every language.
Yeah.
Is every language being spoken in this bar?
Exactly.
It is now.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's neat.
That ambient noise you just got used to now is voices. You actually understand everything.
I'm hearing personal conversations.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's neat. You say accidentally in Gnomish.
I was about to say, I just start like rattling off in like infernal or something.
Yeah. The person sitting next to you at the bar, like turns is like, "Oh my God, he's prophesying."
I'm whatting? You're ridiculous, I say in giant.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds profound.
It sounds like grating rocks, you imbecile.
The primordial.
Sweets, what did you do?
Gave a gift. Oh,
That
magic.
don't make
And
me.
then I cast it on Eterna. And that's my last 3rd level spell slot.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Now Eterna can understand every language.
All right.
Anyway,
For
Mr.
the
Bartender.
interest of time, I think we should probably cut this scene short.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I suddenly teleport in the room and fucking flip all the tables, then I teleport back.
Yep.
I was
And I was
just
not
going to
canonical.
like.
He puts
That's good.
Jenga on the bar and leaves.
I was gonna drink the 2 shots to like clean up my palate,
Yep.
and then drink one of the acid things to try and like figure out what the last like flavor profile is.
Sure.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour some of the drink into my eye of holding.
Interesting.
That's how you store drinks. That's how you get your money's worth.
I see what you're doing.
I see what you're doing.
You'd have to be drunk to laugh at that joke. Anyways, Sweets roll sleight of hand to pour drink in your eye without anybody noticing.
Oh no, I'm making it look like everybody can see me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're gonna splash it on.
Pouring it in my face, getting some in my eye.
Amazing. And then, blah, blah, blah. Eterna, perception with disadvantage.
Perception.
Like, you've cleaned your palate, but it's still like there's a lot of sensory input, and trying to pick out specific ingredients just from drinking, it's not something that you're particularly proficient in.
That's going to be a... Is it with the alchemist stuff or just with perception?
Just perception.
Okay, then that is going to be a 13.
13. Can't quite pick it out.
I just say I can't quite pick it out.
As this is happening, the gnome comes over and kicks you all out of the drowsy dragon for Ossia speaking in tongues.
What? No.
We have a strict no prophesying policy. I need you all to leave.
She's not
This is
speaking in
ridiculous. We're just
I didn't know I was
I'm
going
sorry,
to be
I don't
speaking.
make the rules, but I do
Yes,
make
you
bones
do.
break if you don't leave.
I kind of squint.
Oh, I was having a
I
good
turn to
time
the
here.
bartender and I say, "Tell us the recipe," and I will cast suggestion.
Okay. I'm gonna roll his saving throw with advantage.
Yes, please do.
What's the DC?
It is 15, and I will use cutting words on whatever you roll. Because I have one last bardic inspiration.
Okay, he does, you go ahead and roll your cutting words, since you have to do that before you know if it succeeds or fails.
Yes. I'm going to roll my d8. Oh, damn it.
So even with that, he does succeed.
Yeah.
He just smiles sweetly and says, "Thank you for the business, my friends. Go get some rest."
I toss another gold at him,
Oh.
and I leave.
Catches it,
Alan.
slots it into his
I,
coin purse.
I do like that you gave him like 5 gold for drinks we haven't even got yet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's just keeping that at this point. But yes, Tyler.
After I rage at a Jenga, I just had a thought.
Okay.
Both
Is it a
Tyler and Pollo
long
had a
thought or is it a short thought?
It is-
'Cause
it is
I'm looking
short.
at going to break soon.
Yeah, it's short.
Okay.
I want to go up to the bartender because I remember they saying something about fucking
Bartender of the
acid
Tier White
drink.
Tavern.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I go up to him, and I'm like, "Hey, weren't you like talking about like this acid breath drink?"
Yeah, it's a specialty over at the Drowsy Dragon. Something I've been wanting to figure out how it's made.
Can I have some water? A glass of water, real quick.
Yeah, what are you... Alright.
I cast dragon's, I cast dragon's breath on myself.
Okay.
And you probably guess where this is going, so I'm just gonna straight up say, it's acid and shit,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna fucking spit into this cup and shit.
Sure. You spit a globule of acid into the cup. The water starts boiling like viciously out of the cup as it just starts to burn, and you can see it starts to eat into like the metal of the cup as well. And
put
the
like, a
barkeep
little
just
umbrella
like the barkeep
it.
just like picks up the cup and just tosses the liquid into a waste sink.
That was acid breath.
That was destruction of my cup. And we're gonna go to break there.
I give him 5 gold.
Sure.
Every fucking
For a
bartender in the
cup?
city is gonna need hush money.
It's great. I love it here. Be back in 5 to 10.
He tries to convince himself.
back.
All
We're
right.
no longer on break. I had a long and painful conversation with the 3 people who aren't the 3 shits to wind about not acting like the 3 shits to the wind, and I punished them all so severely. Isn't that right, everyone? I'm definitely
Oh
not
man,
lying.
I really hated that. That was the worst.
I punched Jordan.
You punched Jordan. Not Jin,
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah, Polio punches Jordan.
Jordan, how do you respond to that?
Tear up his character sheet. Tear up his
By
character sheet.
dying.
You die? Okay.
Yeah.
Plot twist. You make him do your job now.
Haha.
Alright, so, you all return to the Cheerwine Tavern. It's late at night. I'll give you, one last, like, alchemist supplies check, Eterna. Just d20 plus intelligence plus alchemist supplies, to see if you can figure out, the last ingredient based on the amount of it that, Sweet stole with, his eyeball.
Even if you want, I can just give you my talisman. That might be a decent
that could help.
boost.
What happens if I suggest Eterna to succeed?
Nothing.
That's not how it works.
I suggest you succeed.
You want to add a d4 to that?
Sure.
Get on.
Kaboom.
Kaboom. 22. Yeah, you're able to figure out the last ingredient.
Perfect.
So, yeah, you complete your bribe to the barkeep.
Oh, barkeep. I wouldn't do it for at least 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you gotta get a good stock of these ingredients, and I want to do so in a way that doesn't tip anyone off.
Yeah. Ooh, you want some help with that?
I'm sure we can work something out. We'll talk about it later.
No. One of my associates will contact you.
Ah, alright. Well, I look forward to being contacted.
I wink and I go upstairs.
Yep.
Sure, my drink wouldn't take off.
No, your drink would kill people.
Well, it's acquired taste, ain't it?
It's hard to acquire a taste if you die and can no longer taste. Have a good night.
Okay, night.
Okay.
Everyone can mark a long rest, and we'll go to the next morning.
The day. It's
And it is now the day of the infiltration.
dance, infiltration.
Yes.
Holy shit.
I'm going to give Poyo those 2 potions of greater restoration. Yeah, 2 greater. I'm gonna give those 2 greater potions to Poyo.
Potions of greater healing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna give to Poyo.
Yep.
Hey, Oscar, I got this for you. And I toss Asia a potion of healing.
That might help.
Asia, don't you have... You are a paladin. You can...
Oh, you're right. I could
have
have
magic to cleanse
solved
yourself.
this problem by now.
Yeah.
And I will use
Before you use anything, I start clapping really loud.
You get the fuck out before I kill you myself. And I use my lay on hands to cure my hangover.
No more hangover. You're good.
Yeah.
Just 5 points out of that pool, and you're good.
And don't forget to
Excellent.
add a potion of healing.
Yep.
And mark it as special.
You're special. Got him.
Oh,
Asia, don't drink that. You know that I gave you the good stuff.
Sweets.
Those I'm saving
Please
for a
message
special.
me what exactly is special about it.
Oh, I'm just gonna say it. It's the one that I got from the old lady.
Oh, okay.
brother.
No, it's juice that makes your head explode.
I really wish it was juice that makes your head explode.
I would be sad.
No, he can walk it off.
Oh yeah, no, Eterna can just like resurrect you, I think.
Yes.
Not if your body is like fucked up though.
Yeah, if your head explodes, that's a much more difficult resurrection.
Yeah, that's not revivify. That's like
that's at least pure resurrection. That's 7th level magic, I think.
Reincarnate?
Reincarnate might pull it off.
It's nothing but a scratch, guys.
It's but the scratch.
It is but a scratch.
Got him.
All right, Jen, Poyo, and Ruben. What did you guys plan to do? What are we doing? How are we doing things? Are you guys ready? Are we infiltrating now? Are we infiltrating tomorrow? What's going on? Why aren't you guys making plans?
I was making plans. I was playing Jenga.
Okay.
And I was watching him play Jenga.
And Jen fucked it up. He toppled the Jenga. Didn't you, Jen?
Whoopsie.
Alright.
But we're ready. I definitely talked for my buddies here. They definitely are ready as I am.
Alright. Do we want to just skip to the end of the week where we have all the resources and everything?
I thought we already had
that's where we are.
Resources.
That's where we are.
Yeah.
Alright, so, Eterna and Poyo, I hate to say this, we're gonna have to make you look like a pretty princess. Okay?
Why me?
Not you, we're turning Eterna.
Oh, you said and Poyo.
Yeah,
You're
you
helping.
said and Poyo.
You're helping!
I would rather Ossia do my makeup than Poyo, I'm gonna be honest.
I did someone's makeup before. I did it for Shalix, and you saw it. You also washed it away, you dick.
When you drew a dick on their face?
No, I'm calling you a dick. I did put a mustache on Shalix. You couldn't even tell it was Shalix, and you saw it.
Was this before or after they lost their ears?
This was the goose. It was
remember
the goose and the elephant?
Bullshit?
Yeah.
Okay, polymorph is different.
I wasn't even talking about that. When we were escaping the guards, and you got mad at Shalix because he turned it. They turned into a.
Okay, which time that there was a goose? Because I think there was twice.
Literally, like right after that, the whole elephant and goose thing, and like right after the bridge is broken, all that stuff already has happened,
so
and then
it was during the bridge destruction.
It was after. I said it was after. You don't remember this? I remember it.
No, which time? Whatever.
The elephant.
In Yanyan, I think is what Tyler's talking about.
Yeah.
The town with Barkin.
I knew it was Shalix, yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
Anyways.
Notes.
Let's get your makeup done. We're making you look like the prettiest princess ever.
Alright, so who's helming this disguise kit check?
Do you have proficiency, Eterna?
In disguise kit?
Uh-huh.
No.
Okay. Then I would ask you for your help.
Are you proficient, Poyo?
No, I'm not.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. What if we just go to a salon? And pay someone.
Be hard to explain why you want to look like a specific member of royalty.
I mean, they can get like half of it done and we can do the specifics.
Nah, dude, you're a simp. I really like this one girl. She's not from around here. Can I look like her, please?
I could be like, I want you to cut my hair so I look like a tabaxi. And if they're like, why? I can say something dumb, like it's a kink or something. And they won't ask any more
I have those things.
Why specifically a kink? Why does their mind specifically go to a kink though?
Because then they won't ask more questions.
I don't. You know what? That's true.
Bold of you to assume that a salon worker is not going to ask questions about a kink.
This is why I don't work at a salon, man. This exactly.
Too many kink conversations.
Too many kink conversations, dude.
Are you guys gonna go to a salon, or are you gonna try to do it all yourself?
I say we should do it all ourselves. I think we should have less people involved, the better.
Well, it is Eterna's like mane and hair. What do you want, Eterna? You want Poyo and me to do it, or us professional?
If I can interject, I feel like Ruben might have a little bit of expertise since he's had working on a farm. So he could probably know how to do maintenance on animals and or animal fur.
You know what?
You know what?
You know
That's
what? That tracks, actually.
Because Ketzel was also your roommate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Ruben had multiple cats that he maintained too.
And Ketzel definitely did his own makeup. Yeah. I'll say if Ruben helps with the check, it's an additional. I'll say it's an additional +2, in addition to the advantage of the normally helping.
But you do have to ask him.
Yes.
Ruben.
Yeah, what's up?
Eterna says that you can be helpful.
Did she?
It's true.
And how might I be helpful?
Do you know how to do hair, makeup, or treat Eterna's hair?
Well, I did grow up with a mom and a sister, and that's it. So possibly, and I also grew up on a farm, so I'm sure I can do something with animal hair.
You're already sounding better than Poyo. Come on.
Yeah, I'm afraid of letting Poyo touch my hair.
Yeah, but I take my big spikes. What's the worst that can happen?
But didn't you also like actively say you hate your sisters or something like that?
It's complicated.
I also don't think your sisters have fur, judging by the fact that you don't have fur.
Quills, fur, same thing, ain't it?
No.
It is.
No.
It's just specialized fur.
It's fur, but mohawk. Got that Guitar Hero look going.
Yeah.
All right.
So, disguise kit check. I want Eterna to roll intelligence with advantage based on what you know about the family, to try to get the look, to try to make sure that you are going for the right look. And then I want either Poyo or Sweets to roll dexterity with advantage from help with the +2 for, or excuse me, not Poyo, either Sweets or Ruben. Dexterity with advantage with the +2. And then if proficiency in disguise kit, which I don't think anyone has.
I think I used to have one, but I think I sold it.
I could add half of my proficiency because of Jack of all trades.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, I still have a disguise kit. Never mind.
Yeah, you still have it. That's the one you're using, but you don't have proficiency with it.
I also have a disguise kit.
Well, since we have two, we all automatically have proficiency. That's how it works. Yep.
So
the intelligence roll with advantage, I got a nat 20 for a total of 24.
Yeah, perfect.
All right. Here's the dex with advantage plus half of my proficiency and a 2.
From Ruben. Yep.
Yes. 20 plus 4. 24. Oh no, I think that's just plus an extra 2.
You rolled a 15. That already adds your dexterity. It's already adding your jack of all trades with the plus 2.
Yep.
So it's just another plus 2. So a total of 22.
Yes.
All right. So with a 22 and a 29, because I count a nat 20 on a check that doesn't have a crit success thing as a plus 5. 22 and 29. I'll say the DC for anyone to tell that your disguise is fake is 25.
Huh.
So it would have anyone who's like has a reason to roll an investigation check to see if you're like disguised or anything will have to beat a 25 on their investigation.
All right, Eterna. Now say red leather, yellow leather.
I will murder you.
Damn, you nailed that accent.
Sounds perfect. Sounds perfect.
Sister.
I'm going to get into my cool, fancy clothes.
Right.
I'm gonna go over to Asia and say, "Would you like some help? You are the bodyguard for our princess, right?"
And as such, I would be expected to dress myself.
All right, just checking on you.
Until we are ready to leave, I am gonna have my armor on, like, over it.
Yeah, fair enough.
To, like, keep it hidden kind of thing until we're ready to, like...
Yeah. One of the first things Sweets did was go to Sweets and tell them to prepare the sweets.
Is that actually something that you're doing, or is that just a joke?
No, that's the thing that we did with, like, the apple pie, like, Danish cinnamon bun situation.
Oh.
Yeah, because you named the character Sweets.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you named the shop Sweets and the character Sweets.
So yeah, Sweets will go get the sweets from Sweets.
Alrighty. Living the sweet life.
Dude, in the next like 3 sessions, we're gonna have a character called Soup.
I know what my next.
They're gonna be looking for clothes at the soup store.
Yep.
We did already go to the soup store to get clothes.
Yeah, so... remember?
Yeah, we did. Did you guys? Who has the poison?
We got the poison. Well, no, Jin, I believe, has the poison on them right now. Yeah. The poison for Cusco.
Who's Cusco?
Cusco's poison.
Cusco's poison. The poison designed specifically for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
Yeah, I've got the poison.
That poison?
Yeah, that one.
Got the poison in me. All right. I'm gonna ask for the poison so I could poison the sweets.
Here you go.
And then I'm gonna cast non-detect on the poison.
So, are you poisoning all of the sweets or just like specific ones?
I am going to poison a third of the sweets.
Okay. And if you would go ahead and throw the text of non-detect in the chat for me so I can read and make sure that I know what that does. Alrighty. Pinch of diamond dust worth 25 gold. Hide a target that you touch from divination magic. Target can be a willing creature or a place or an object no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. So we'll say the tray of sweets. Can't be targeted by any divination magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
I'm hoping that this circumvents detect poison.
But wait.
If this is castle that has magic, they obviously have somebody that's going to be a poison checker.
Yes.
And it's going to be a taster. It's going to be someone who casts detect poison on things. And that is my hope, anyway.
Detect poison and disease is a divination spell.
Yes.
So yeah.
So as long as non-detection remains on this platter, detect poison and disease will not return any poison from the sweets.
Perfect.
But the
I'm
real
then
question
gonna
is...
tell Eterna to keep these in her bag of holding, which I hope looks nice, so that she can take it in with her.
Eterna's bag of holding is a artificer infusion, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you could, presuming that you designed your fancy clothes with pockets, you could absolutely have changed that infusion to one of the pockets on the clothes that you're wearing.
Yes.
That being said, an entire big platter is not going to fit in either a bag or a pocket.
Actually, I don't think that my bag of holding is an infusion.
Is it not?
I'm pretty sure it's just a like, shop item.
Yeah, like I bought a bag of holding. Right now I have an infusion that is a bag of holding, but I gave it to Quetzal to help him move all of his shit.
Right.
And I'm pretty
I
sure
could
we
get
have
back.
a bag of holding.
Yep, you could change that if you wanted to. Quetzal would have a very interesting morning if you did, but...
Can, like, the night before, so I don't have to spend the spell slot before we do shit,
of course.
could I just send him a sending and be like, hey, I'm going to do this?
Sure. Quetzal's like, well, the nearest town is, like, 6 miles away, but there's a really nice cave here that I can hide all of Ruben and I's stuff in while I go and, get, like, a cart. Or another cart to, like, help transport everything.
If I'm telling him this last night, then I'm gonna be like, I'll just do it I'm gonna, like, get rid of it in the morning then.
Yeah. So yeah. You don't get any response in the morning because you're not casting Sending in the morning, but you hope that he had enough time to get alternative transportation to the bag of holding that you were loaning him.
Yeah.
At least he had warning.
Yeah, I gave him a warning.
Good for you.
I like Quetzal.
Quetzal's great, dude.
I'm going to then, yeah, like, get rid of the bag of holding. Make the new one in my pocket.
Yep.
That I'm gonna have some of my stuff in.
Yes.
But the bulk of it, I'm gonna have Ossia carrying. So...
Okay.
Yeah. Including, I look at Ossia and give Ossia my sword and be like, I'm trusting you.
Right.
That's gonna be my job, so I wouldn't worry.
Ossia, you can strap the sword on.
Sword!
The sword in its scabbard.
The sword in a swabbard.
And a kebab.
No, that's what people on the wrong end of the sword become. Anyways, so yeah, prep the sword. Again, the platter of pastries is not going to fit into any of the bags of holding that you have.
I kind of look to everyone else.
Which is
anyone... I was going to say, if Sweets is trying to find somewhere to put it, I'm like, either A, we can ask an employee from the bakery, or B, one of y'all can clean yourselves up to be a servant to be carrying this gift.
Yeah, the reason that I need it in the bag of holding is so that we could pass it through the
Dispel.
magic field. Because as much as that we're like, this is a plan, like backup plan. If it gets dispelled, then it's pretty much useless.
And also a liability of like being discovered.
What we can do is we could just, I didn't poison all of them. We could hide the ones that are poisoned, find a spot right before we meet her to empty it out.
I will say, if you want, you can like take some of the pastries that are poisoned. The pastries themselves will fit through the opening of a bag of holding, but the platter entirely will not.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to have non-detection on the poisoned pastries and have them in a bag of holding, you just have to find somewhere to take them out of the bag of holding and put them back on the platter in order to get it past
what
the...
I was saying.
Yeah.
Literally what I was saying right now.
Wow. Thinking Silver's thunder.
Listen, he's been thundering for a lot of this session.
I'm gonna file a ticket.
I'm the guards. I'm the one who files tickets.
Shit. Okay. So.
Yeah, we could try to do that. What do you think, Turner? You're the smart one of the group.
Very well.
Okay. Now the other question was: is it just gonna be Asya and you going in?
I assumed that we would go in the main way while the rest of you would be going in through a secret entrance.
Okay. So, that's what we'll do. You'll try to get her to the garden. Like say, oh, I brought some sweets for like an afternoon tea or something like that. I don't know. And do whatever you have to do, and use any spells or magic that you can without getting caught. You know.
Yes. We do need to exit the city first, so that then our presence will be announced at the gate.
That should be simple enough. I know the city well enough, and I know where guards aren't going to talk.
Actually,
but yeah.
Hey, Alan. You know plenty of ways in and out of the city without the notice of guards. Yes, Poyo?
Cool question. I know this is gonna be seems unrelated, but I promise you, it makes sense. But
I don't know your plan, so I am treating everything as if it's related, unless it's obviously stupid.
But because I believe it. I don't think Eterna gave back the talisman, right?
Up to you. It's your talisman. So.
No, she.
I would have given it back.
Well, I think I would have. Fucking no, you're gonna need it to fool the guards and shit. Need that boost, you know.
Okay.
But I was also gonna. I was gonna ask before I do it, but so questions about Kindle, all right?
Okay.
He only works when the amulet is inside of it.
No, that's not what I was gonna ask. But
okay.
Well, you have the amulet anyway. Shit. But I was gonna. My plan was to like give Kindle to you to put in your bag of holding, which I think he might have or is already in there anyway.
Kindle does not fit in a bag of holding.
Shit.
Well, does he not?
Not this metallic version of him, no.
Even if it's a tiny construct?
Yeah, because he's a tiny construct or a homunculus serpent.
My perception of Kindle has been that he counts as small. He like uses the stats of the pseudo dragon as opposed to the stats of the homunculus serpent.
Oh, okay.
So, if you wanted to have changed your design during your week of prep to change the stats from Kindle stats to Homunculus Servant stats, then you can, if you need them to fit in the bag of holding. But, it will, like, change the stats until your next long rest.
Okay, because, the reason why because he's using the homunculus stats for the Kindle and currently in the summons category and shit.
Okay, well,
it's not the pseudo dragon one. What confused me.
Okay, well,
but my point was to have them on Eterna because how big is the palace again? Like roughly. Like how likely that Polio will be like within 120 feet?
Not super likely. These buildings are pretty big.
Okay.
So.
Then never mind, cause
like
you
can see the size of a stable. You know how big a horse is. That stable has easily a dozen horses in it, and probably room for more.
Yeah.
You see the size of the arena, track and field thing. It's not quite a Coliseum size thing. But it's like a mini Coliseum. Like high school football
stadium. You said
stadium.
not Okay, yeah.
High school football stadium, but with more seating and less field.
So like a soccer field?
Yeah. We'll put it that way.
Okay, because my original idea was literally just that you might need a getaway, since Kiddo can channel magic and shit, and it's a range of touch, so I can like dimension. I think you can, by the rules stated, you can dimension door.
If
right?
he's using the homunculus stats, then that's the homunculus servant stats from Eterna.
Ah, so she only.
Right.
Channel magic.
So Eterna would be able to do the channel magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought the whole talisman thing would also leash some of my magic, but
lots of moving parts here.
Yeah.
So
I get it.
Good to clarify.
Yeah.
Is there anything? What's next on the list of preparations for your plan?
Pretty sure that's everything, right?
We book at 2 o'clock for lunch.
Sure.
Asia, you got your spells ready?
If we need them, I do.
Okay, you can summon your snakes.
Snakes?
Don't worry about it.
All right. Let's get this started. Let's see where. You haven't seen Sweet sweat much in everything that he's ever done, but he's a little nervous right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously.
Only a little bit though.
I have confidence in our plan. Eterna, you can do this. Jin, good job. Asia, you hate me. Pollo! Ruben! You got this.
I literally helped you with the old lady before. I should at least get more than an man. Fuck you. I'm never helping you again. Alright. We ready? We ready? We're ready to fuck some bitches?
Alright. I'll smuggle Eterna and Asia out of the city.
Sure.
Using one of the old routes that I don't use anymore. But it's still good to smuggle things out of.
Sure. you do pass by a couple of guards, but they're guards that the Lidless Eye knows well. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you two are on your own from here on out. We'll be waiting in the gardens. Yeah, good luck to you. And Sweets walks away.
Sure. So.
We're free, Asya. We're free.
Ozzy and Eterna just fucking leave.
Well, that's our part of the plan. Well,
that'd be hilarious.
We did it. Alan
where's my horse?
Alan believes that we no longer have them. Yay!
Yay!
Also, I did want to dress myself up. Sorry I didn't say this earlier. So that I'm not recognized. I'm gonna be wearing like a kind of like green like t-shirt kind of deal with camo like pants and some glasses and like just like a cap.
You want to look like the scientist guy from Spy Kids.
No, let me send you a picture of what I'm thinking, okay?
Sure. Either way, go ahead and roll a disguise kit check. Just on yourself. And we can say someone else helped you with it if you'd like.
Yeah. Advantage. I'm just gonna roll charisma because I don't have proficiency.
Yep.
21.
21. So 21 is your DC for any investigation checks to discern that you are Sweets, from anyone who has a reason to investigate you, and anyone who knows who Sweets is.
Yes, and I'm gonna send a picture in general.
I put a cartoon mustache on my lip, under my lip.
Okay, your DC is 2.
I'm glad you didn't say on your lip.
Yeah, you said under your lip, not above. Under.
It's my mustache from my chin, man.
It's the person all the way on the right in the picture.
Alright, hasn't sent yet.
There it is.
Oh my god. do you have the Overwatch hat too?
Yeah, that's the cat that I'm wearing.
You know, it's funny that shirt says hope, because that's what I just lost.
Alan, this makes it a lot better when you've just been complimenting Silver for the entirety of the session, and then
now
he does this to you.
Now I remember why we kicked you out the last campaign.
I left on my own.
Yeah, that's what all people say when they get fired from their job.
That's what we fucking wrote on your
gravestone. You can't fire me, I quit. And it wasn't a gravestone, it was a jail cell.
Yeah.
Got him.
Okay.
That was a little card we tipped through the window.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, now I'm done. That's everything I was gonna do.
Alright, so you look like this dumb asshole. Sure.
Good
so,
job.
where is everyone at the beginning of this?
Outside of the gates.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone else? Jin, where are you? Ruben, where are you? Poyo, where are you?
Jin is, because Jin is the big expert.
Aren't we going in the back way that the Red Menace told us about?
The secret entrance?
Yeah.
Okay. If one of your group that's going to the secret entrance, let's see here. While we're looking at it, Eterna and Ossia are outside the gates of the city.
Yeah, of the city.
The rest of you guys are going to where the secret entrance is?
I believe that is correct.
Okay. if one of you with advantage or two of you separately without advantage would like to roll investigation checks to find the entrance.
None of us is good at investigations, right?
No.
Check. Nope.
'Cause I have a 0.
I have a 2.
Well, that's better than any of us.
Jen, what do you have?
0.
I have a 3.
Just
You said you had a
and,
3,
Yeah.
so then
you.
you can do it with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Wish me luck.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
12, not quite.
Can yeah. Can Ruben try and I give him bardic inspiration?
I'll allow one more try from one other party member with disadvantage. But yeah, you can do Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. Whoever wants to try bardic inspiration.
Well,
Oh,
we can't
yeah.
find the textile warehouse.
Yeah, it's more like you can't find the secret entrance in the textile warehouse. Like
I'll
you
do
get to
it.
you get to the building, but you have to find like the specific entrance within the building to whatever tunnel this is.
Yeah, it's in the floor, guys. Don't worry.
Alright, it was with disadvantage, you said, and it
Disadvantage, investigation,
investigation.
and then you can add a D8 to it.
Okay. Well, Silver, you roll the d8, but I'm gonna roll these in person.
Yeah.
Alright, I got a disadvantages. I used the lower one.
Yes.
So that's 16 plus. Ooh.
Damn, you got a 16 and then something higher than a 16?
I got a 17.
Nice.
And then +8.
So you're already looking at 24 plus your bonus of +2, right?
Yes.
So that's a total of 26, which is plenty enough to find the hidden trapdoor underneath one of the desks in one of the old disused offices in this abandoned warehouse. So you guys are all at the entrance to the secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
So,
Not
who's
through the
moving
mouth.
next? What's the next action in the plan?
Alright, this thing is the booby trapped.
The dank.
Are you gonna search for traps?
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead and roll
Do
an
you-
investigation.
Sweets, do you want to, search for any magic around here? See if it's a magical trap?
Yeah, I'll look for. I'll use perception to try to look for traps.
You could ritual cast detect magic if you wanted to.
Well, doesn't Ruben have magical awareness?
Yeah, that could work
Something
too.
like that.
Well, yeah, I'll do also a ritual cast of detect magic, so I don't waste a spell slot. But I'm also gonna use just regular perception,
Alright,
because
so-
I can get advantage on perception checks to look for secret. Oh, I had advantage already.
Whoops.
And
In that case, Ruben wouldn't have had disadvantage. And then...
Well, he got 24, so.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Total of 26, actually. So,
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna look for traps also.
okay. So you're... Based on the timing here, a ritual cast to detect magic is going to take 11 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So in that time, Jin can look for traps, and then you can look for magical traps. But if you also want to take the time to look for traps after that, that'll be additional time beyond that 11 minutes. So it's about the timing that you want to do. How long do you want to spend looking for traps?
Up to you guys. I mean, I could just try walking in front of all of you. I'm sure Asya would love that.
Yeah, you should.
Alright. I'll just start walking in front of everybody.
Okay. No one else is gonna use any other abilities or searches or anything.
I'm gonna use detect magic to see if there's any like alarm spells or like that. I'm gonna full cast.
Full
Not
cast
ritual
detect
cast.
magic.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna walk forward. If there are any traps, I don't mind if I trigger them. But if there's anything that would set off an alarm, then I'll try to disarm it beforehand.
Okay. You cast detect magic. You don't see any particular like magic spells. Your detect magic doesn't register anything. And as you begin traversing the secret tunnel, there are no mundane traps either.
Okay.
You get the sense that this was designed as a secret escape tunnel, and that the main protection for it was its secrecy.
Got it. Okay.
Not
We're good,
secret
guys.
anymore.
We're good, you guys.
Alright. Let's go.
Okay. And I think we're heading towards the gardens, right? That's where we're gonna set up.
Well, we'll talk about where the secret tunnel pops out in a minute.
Okay.
Okay? Let's camera shift to Eterna and Ossia. You guys are outside of the city currently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, while they are spending their time looking for the entrance and traversing the tunnel, what are you guys up to?
I assume like me like putting on like popping off my armor, being in like the full costume basically.
Yes, you have your full costume.
And us approaching the gates.
Alrighty.
On horseback.
You have horses.
I thought that we had.
I don't remember you getting them during the shopping spree.
Do you reckon we can use our celestial mounts?
You can if you'd like.
That'd be cool.
Sure. So calling your two of your celestial mounts as the blessing from PL Dry.
Yes, Equilus.
Ride up to the gates on these glowing mounts. As you approach this particular gate to the city, you can see people who go in. There aren't a whole lot of people who are going in or out right now. But the people who are going in are being thoroughly checked. It seems that Eterna's slip up at the palace a couple days ago has definitely sent the full city into the same sort of procedure following, extra time taking spree that like a fast food place goes into when they know they're due for an inspection. Pretty much everyone who goes in is being searched. But you approach the gates and the guards look up and they see you. And I will have one of them roll investigation on the costume. Ossia, your face and nothing is disguised, so there's no reason for you to be disguised. You're just dressed up. But yeah, that does not beat your 25 DC.
Good.
So, as you approach, one of the guards, after like looking you up and down, goes, "Halt! Where are you traveling from, milady?"
I'm traveling from the Shattered Isles, but I am Sarahwyn, the Summertail.
Sarahwyn Summertail. Quick history check for the guard. Yes. Huh, perfect. He nods. Ah, from Minovar. I have a brother down there. I believe he works with your family. Well,
I.
are you on official business here in the city of Sala, or?
Mainly pleasure. I was passing through and I was going to see if I could have some tea with the Empress today.
Fascinating. Just a precaution. There has been a recent attempt to break into the palace. Do you mind if we search your escort?
Of course.
Wonderful. Step over here, please, ma'am.
I will stride forth and stand straight in front of the guard.
Sure. Is there anything in your inventory that you're attempting to hide from the guard?
No.
Okay. A full list of everything in your inventory.
I guess I should add the cursed sword.
You don't necessarily have to add it to your equipment list.
Okay.
You can treat it as just a normal longsword.
Cool.
But yeah, he looks through. He will take note of the potions, of the +2 shield particularly, and of the warhammer and its unique make. And says, "You are fantastically armed and armored, my friend."
It is my job to protect the lady.
Well, if she can afford that much money for protection, perhaps we could give the palace guards a day off. You're good to go. Should we announce you to her ladyship?
Please, if you would.
Alright. And he motions to one of the other guards, who pulls one of those horns from his belt. You've been in the city long enough, you recognize about half of the guards have these horns, and he blows into it and there's no sound, but after about a minute a small page comes running, and he relays the message of a member of the Silvertail noble family is here hoping to meet the Empress. Go mention this to the steward and bring back news on what her itinerary is today and whether she has time for such a meeting. The page runs off, and the guards say, "You're welcome to enter the city, find accommodations as perhaps you might have planned. The page will either find a guard or, if they can, they will find you to notify you of when you may visit the Empress."
I kind of give a small nod. Thank you.
Of course. Welcome to Sala. And you are allowed into the city.
I will follow behind Milady and just nod at the guard as we pass.
Yep. You can tell there is a significant amount of jealousy. Someone nearby who had detect thoughts would say, "Oh wow, this person has 2 really, really nice weapons, and I have this hunk of metal. Man, they should share."
They should share.
But yeah, you enter the city. What's your move from there? Are you going to stay at the gate to wait for the page?
I was going to go to I suppose that we should wait near the gate is there like a cafe near the gate?
Let's see. Out of curiosity, what side of the city, what gate are you entering in? Like, what cardinal direction are you entering from? So that I know which gate you're entering from, and I can pinpoint, like, which section of the city you're in.
Where are
I
the
assume
entrances?
that we would have been coming from like the south or southeast, because theoretically, if we had been sailing in, we would have been gone by Yanyan.
Potentially. South-southeast. Okay. Um, Definitely not one of the nicer parts of town. But you're able to find a cafe that you can wait in.
No, I would not have stopped in a not nice cafe. In that case, I probably would have gone like closer to the castle and found a cafe near there.
Sure. Near to the palace, you can definitely find a premium catering to the nobles of the city sort of tea shop. That you can spend your time waiting in. As you are waiting, we'll shift focus back to the sneak attack team. You make your way through the tunnel. It is damp and cramped. There are a couple of places where you can hear like carts passing overhead as it goes underneath streets. And it is not a comfortable or clean experience. Your clothes definitely get like muddied. But as you traverse, eventually the tunnel slopes back up. And you reach a place where there is a very cramped ladder that goes up. Gin and sweets, you have experience stealing. And Ruben, you have some experience with construction. I would imagine from living on a farm, you probably have built like an expansion to the farmhouse or whatnot.
Yeah.
All three of you recognize this is a ladder that is placed between two walls in sort of like a space between walls, and it goes up to probably a second floor. Somewhere within the estate. And you can see at the top of the ladder there is sort of like a small hand crank that you can see is rusty, but not so rusty to be non-functional. That's what you see at the end of this secret passage. What do you do?
The only thing that we can do.
Hey, Polio, go touch that, crank.
The only thing that Polio can do. I'm gonna touch things!
Sure.
Touch it!
You go up to the crank. And you're gonna go ahead and start turning it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Crank that soldier boy.
As you begin to turn it, the rust on the crank, it is definitely a... Okay, Silver, if there's anything that you want Sweets to do. In this moment, as Poyo's going up to... Just want to double check that you're passing priority, so to speak. Okay. So, Poyo, as you go, you start to turn the crank. Like, even putting your hands on it, you could tell this is an old crank. It's sort of, like, rusted in place. Turning this is going to be loud. It is going to squeak like a motherfucker. Very old gate hinge style. What's your passive perception, Poyo?
Low, so like 14.
14. With a 14, no, you wouldn't see anything else out of the ordinary, other than just.
Yo, can I splash some oil on that crank?
You have some oil with you?
Yeah.
You just carry oil with you, huh?
Well, listen, whenever I need to cause some fires, you know.
Yeah, you know what? I respect that.
Yeah, I got two flasks of oil.
Yeah, you do have like lantern oil.
Nice.
Oh, so Sweets will turn to you, and to Poyo and sort of whisper, "I have a magical answer to this too. Don't worry." And is going to start ritual casting silence. So, Jin, you go up the ladder, which requires Poyo to come down. And you begin to oil the crank. That definitely helps with like how much noise it's gonna make. So it'll turn quietly, but it is still rusted in place. So the first time that it gets turned is likely to make at least some noise.
Some noise, but not loud, right?
Right. Maybe not loud, but not quiet either. Jin, what's your passive? Perception.
15.
15 is enough. You notice two things. One, there is a tripwire attached to a part of this crank, to where turning it is going to break the tripwire. Two, you notice a series of peepholes around you, peering into other rooms. You can see one of them is sort of like peers into a hallway. One of the peepholes is blocked by a tapestry, but the third peephole, perhaps the most useful, peers into a sitting room where you can see a pair of servants sort of discussing as they clean. Do you want to try to listen to their conversation while you're oiling?
Sure.
Roll a perception check for me.
Hard these work.
11. You don't catch the full conversation, just bits and pieces. Something about having to freshen up that room. There's some kind of noble coming for a social stop. You don't necessarily catch who. But, like, they seem to be cleaning the room with the intent that it's going to be used soon.
Cool.
So, after the 11 minutes, 10 minutes of ritual casting silence, and the we'll say 10 minutes and 1 flask of oil used oiling the crank. What's next for you guys?
I think we should disable that tripwire.
What
Alrighty.
tripwire? I don't see anything.
Yeah, I'm pointing to it right there.
Hey, look, you
Holy
see
shit.
the tripwire. That's the tripwire right there.
You
There
almost
it
set that
is.
off, Pollo.
Would you like to roll a thieves tools check to see if you can disable that?
Hell yeah. Kablamo. 30.
Oh,
30.
nice.
As you look closer, getting ready to try to disable it, you notice that there are actually 2 tripwires. One of them is the one attached to the crank itself. Another one seems to be attached to the release mechanism of the first. And if you had rolled lower, maybe you would have disabled the first and triggered the second in response. Definitely an intricate and complex design. But with a 30, you have taken on more complex things than this. And you're deftly able to unhook both tripwires while wedging like small bits of metal in place to maintain the tension on the hooks. These traps won't trigger as long as that metal holds. So probably a few months at least. You've got it like wedged and like jammed into the wood surroundings pretty well. So yeah, traps disabled.
Blame yo.
Yay!
Alright, I suppose we need to make our way to the garden and set up shop and wait for their inevitable arrival.
We should probably watch out for, because remember, nah, it's okay. There's no monsters in gardens.
We'll be around the garden, and then we can get like a message to them, and then be like, "Oh, we're here," and that's the one we get them.
Yeah. That's when we boop them.
All right. So, with that being said, what's the next move? Jin, Ruben, Pollo Sweets.
Go in. Go to the lead.
I finished casting. Did I finish casting silence?
You have finished casting silence. Silence is currently affecting all of you guys right now.
Okay. I start to speak.
You don't say anything.
I step outside of the range of silence.
Okay.
And I pull Jin, Ruben, and...
Well, Jin's at the top of the ladder, but you can climb up and, like, motion for him to come down and get everyone, like, to a place in the tunnel where you can, yeah.
Jin, did you tell the rest of us what you heard?
Now would be the time to do so if you haven't.
What I heard? Oh, in the pee-pee hole?
Yeah.
The pee-pee hole?
The peephole.
Yeah, the pee-pee hole. They were talking about some noble that was coming over to meet the Empress. Didn't catch if it was our noble or some different noble, though.
What are the chances that another noble shows up the same day?
Pretty high.
Pretty high, actually.
Alan, what are the chances? Give me the odds.
Roll a d20.
The Empress is a famous person, you know. Everyone wants to meet her.
Famous celebrity.
10.
Yeah.
Those are
You've
the
got to have her
chances.
fangirls.
Thank you. Well, we should just see if it is ours, then we can plan a little better. What do you guys think?
How big is the peephole?
It's not big enough to put your pinky through. Or maybe it is if you're small. Or you have thin pinkies. But, like, it's just enough to, like, you can press one eyeball up against it and look through.
I mean,
That's crazy.
At this point, we're just waiting to get to a better spot. Wouldn't kill us to wait a little longer.
I mean, do we have a way of getting in contact with them?
I look at you guys.
I'm the one that asked the question.
I know.
I can't talk through Kindle, right, Alan?
No, because you have your amulet on you, correct?
No, I have it on Eterna.
Okay. If it's on Eterna, then it's not in Kindle, and Kindle is not active.
Oh yeah, true.
So, if Eterna plays...
I also have sending, so I don't need the amulet, and I thought I'd give it back to you.
Well, that's not
Well,
why
the
I gave it to
amulet
you.
is
I thought it was 'cause
the amulet is a
boost.
plus a d4 on checks.
Oh, okay.
Up to a certain number of times per day.
4 each.
Yeah, so you have 4d4 and you can spend 1 on a check that you want to succeed. It's like a little personal guidance amulet, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Team Secret Passage does not have a way of getting in contact with Team Noblewoman.
But right here, there's a chance.
So,
What do you guys? Ruben, what are your thoughts?
So would Eterna have realized that?
presumably.
If I send them a sending, can they hold on to that response?
No, it's an immediate thing.
Okay.
Sending doesn't last like that.
Then, damn, that's crazy, isn't it?
That's
Man,
crazy, bro.
Sending is a pretty cool spell, guys. That's why I don't have it. Right, Jen?
So, Team Backdoor, how long are you waiting, and what are you waiting for, and what are you doing?
I feel like we should just make our way to the gardens and
And just like wait from there, yeah.
wait from there.
All right.
Skeleton.
Okay. So you're still standing in the passageway just outside the Aura of Silence. As Silence stretches up the ladder to where the rusted hand crank is.
Y'all ready?
E.
Cool. Let's do this.
I go inside of the sphere of silence, and I'm like, "What? I can't hear you." But I also don't say anything because I'm in the sphere of silence.
Yep. I'm waiting for the magic words.
Open sesame.
Alright, Poyo, you go up and you turn the crank.
All oiled, it's all fine. Yeah.
Alrighty. As you begin to turn the crank, pushing past that first layer of rust, there's a... as mechanisms that clearly haven't been used for a long time are suddenly forced into motion. The doof is mostly silenced by the sphere of silence. But there is still a slight sound as the wall where the peephole into the tea room is starts to move slightly. I am going to have a perception check from both of the maids in there. This would have been an automatic success for them without the silence spell. That's cocked. That's cocked. Roll the dice. That is a 6 plus 1 is 7.
That's my lucky number.
And that is another 6 plus 1 is 7.
7!
So,
7!
Poyo, as you begin to turn the crank and you see the wall move, you realize that's the room where the maids are. And you stop. And, like, scoot over to where the peephole is. And you peer through, and the maids are still going about their cleaning duties. But you know now that that is the room where the entrance to the secret tunnel is.
The tea room?
The tea room. Where these two maids are.
Guys, there's still people in there.
They can't hear you. Silence.
Oh, yeah. I do sign language. I don't know sign language.
Yeah, unless you cast the message spell, you don't currently have a way to communicate with them.
I punched Jin. Oh wait, no, I'm on the.
Yep,
I'm
you're
top.
up on a ladder.
Kick him.
I kick Jin. Hoping that Jin is like right below. Whoever is right below the ladder, I fucking kick them.
Okay. Ruben, I'll say, is there. Ruben, Poyo, up on the ladder in the silent spell is like nudging you with his foot.
I nudge back.
I go down.
Alright, you all gather outside of the silence again?
Yeah.
Okay. How long does silence last, as a matter of note? Is it 10 minutes or is it 1 minute?
Up to 10.
Up to 10 minutes, okay. So you're still good on that.
We have the paper map, right? Like, it's a physical thing?
Yes, you have the paper map.
Okay, cool. I just steal, okay, not steal, but yeah, Polio would do that. I'm gonna just take, Sweets' pen.
Ooh. Sorry. I have an idea. Sorry. What if I send them a message saying that they are, what's it called? Required? Their assistance is required at the Empress's bedchambers.
Maybe, like, make some sort of, like, announcement? I don't know.
Well, I could message them. Even in silence.
Couldn't you suggest them from there? Like, I don't know. It's like...
Well, I can't suggest them because I can't speak. But I could send a message through silence. I was rereading that. That's why it took me so long to do it. And it says, as long as the person is beyond the magical silence, I'm able to send them a message.
Yep. Magical silence, it does say magical silence blocks the spell.
But it says you can cast the spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. Magical silence.
Magical silence is not a solid object.
Yeah.
But the spell doesn't have to follow a straight line and can travel freely around corners or through openings. So I will say, based on the way that I understood that you cast silence to cover the entire ladder, I'll say they are pockets outside the silence, just like outside the corner at the top, where you can cast message and you can like weasel its way through to the cleaning ladies.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, that will work.
Okay, so your presence is required at the Empress's bedchambers. Is that saga?
Maybe the kitchen.
The kitchen?
We might
Those
need.
are maids. They're not cooks.
Well, they. Okay, good point.
Jim, what are your thoughts?
Who's now? What's it?
Yes, that's what I'm asking you.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Maybe the track field, because
What is a good reason that somebody would leave their assignment to check?
To go do a different one.
Okay.
maybe go like do laundry or something like that.
Or
like,
maybe there was a
help
an
stable.
accident in the stables.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna make myself sound like I don't know,
Gibby,
like mean, authoritarian,
Alan.
kind of like Alan. I'm gonna go like, you're requested to no. Wait. Okay. Here goes. Ready, Alan?
Yep.
This is the message I'm sending.
You cast message.
There has been an accident in the Empress's bedchambers. Go there at once. There is a mess.
So, you message that to one of the two cleaning ladies. The immediate reaction is, what the fuck? Oh, I'll say roll a persuasion check. Not necessarily to convince the lady that you're someone who works at the castle, because you don't know any like head of servants' voices, so you don't have anyone to copy. So you don't sound like anyone that she works for that she knows of. So you're rolling a persuasion check to persuade her to act even though you're not her boss.
Yeah. And here goes. 20.
Compared to a 2 on her end. She says out loud, and this also counts as the response to the message. Oh, right away. Sorry, who were you again? Never mind. We're on our way. And they sort of like gather up their cleaning materials and after about a minute exit the tea room, which is now left, as far as you can see from the peephole, empty.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you. Let's go.
Yep.
Spin the thing, Jim.
That's my cranking sound.
The crank.
Yeah, but it's silence.
The crank is within the silence spell, and it moves smoothly thanks to the oil from Jin. To where you get the sense that turning the crank, even if there wasn't a silent cell, it would make barely any noise, except for the slight grating of wood on wood, as the wood panel of the wall, that at the first turn retracted slightly into your space, slides to the side, and you can step off of the ladder and into the tea room.
We're in the tea room, guys.
As you do step off of the ladder and into the tea room, the mud from your clothes and from the tunnel is making a little bit of a mess in here.
Press the vegetation as everybody's coming out.
Sure. Getting everyone cleaned off, cleaning up the mud, no trace.
I wipe my coat anyway. Just with my hands, just wipe up the dust, kind of.
Yep. So, you are in the tea room. The secret passage is currently open.
Okay. Do you guys know how to close this?
I am gonna push it down.
Push what down?
Push it down.
The thing that we came through.
The wall panel that slid back and out of the way. Slid back into the side.
Actually, hey Alan, can I just mage hand and just crank it back up?
You can.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
do that.
You cast Mage Hand, turning the crank. You turn it all the way, and you watch as the panel of the wall sort of slides back into view, and then, lurches forward slightly, and is now flush with the rest of the wall there.
I crack my knuckles. We're in.
Based on knowing where the peephole was on the other side, you can see the peephole from this side. Which is important and good information, because if there wasn't a peephole, or if you couldn't see the peephole from this side, you would have a very hard time using Mage Hand to turn that crank to open the passage again.
Yeah.
Alright. To the gardens.
To the gardens.
To the gardens.
Okay.
To the gardens.
If any of you are doing anything specific to aid in your stealth check here, go ahead and say so now. Otherwise, let's consider a general stealth check from the four of you. And we will roll some stealths and perceptions and see how it goes.
No one's got pass without a trace.
No, only Shugs did.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I have nothing.
Alrighty. No magical intervention of any kind, just good old-fashioned tiptoeing. If the four of you would go ahead and roll stealth checks for me, please.
Shebang! 22.
Tiptoe through the tulips. Natural
geez.
20 for 32.
Very
Can
nice.
we all be helping each other?
Give me
No.
1 second. 'Cause I'm a roll in person.
Okay, if you're rolling in person, just make sure you post your result in the chat so that I can see it.
Sir, yes, sir. Stealth check, you said?
Stealth check.
Where the fuck is my stealth? Hey, oh my god, I got a natural 20.
Oh,
Two
wow.
nat 20s, bro.
Okay,
Give me a
so,
second.
I can't believe I rolled the lowest.
19 plus 22 plus 32 and 5 is 37. Well, this is a group check, so we'll do 32 plus 32. We'll count the natural 20s twice. And then, what was your total, Ruben?
20 plus 4.
So 24.
But it wasn't at 20, so
Right, so I'm counting it twice.
got it.
So,
We are the knight. If
you averaged at about 25.5. So with that high of a stealth, none of the maids are going to be able to roll high enough to see you.
Hell
They
yeah.
don't have
Skill
any.
issue.
They don't have any bonus to perception, and so even with a nat 20, getting the +5 from that would not be to 25.5. So by half a point, you automatically succeed against all of the maids.
Let's go.
Eat shit.
So I'm going to roll for 3 regular guards, 2 of the Aura Conclave, and 1 of the Old Guard. The 3 regular guards got a natural 4, 6, and 9.
Cool.
The 2 Aura Conclave got a natural 4 and a natural 6. And the Old Guard...
Wait. Before you announce anything, I want to ask the group, should I try cutting words on this?
Cutting words is inherently you saying something to distract them, which is drawing attention to you. So it is not helpful in this situation.
Okay.
But the Old Guard got a natural 11.
Amazing.
So, silent as a whisper, the 4 of you track through the estate, and you make your way out into the gardens. Exiting, the nearest exit into the gardens is from the tower. So you guys are currently... what color do you want to be?
Turquoise.
Ruben, what color is your team?
What did Jordan say?
Turquoise?
Turquoise.
That one.
Trying to find a good turquoise. There isn't a good turquoise here. Maybe this color? So that's you.
There we are.
Yep. That's where you exit out into the gardens. Now, where in the gardens do you want to try to hide? Given that the throne, like, this is not entirely to scale, where, like, are you trying to get closer to the throne room? Or are you wanting to be closer to the fence around the outside of the gardens? You want to be closer to the wall walkway, closer to the estate quarters? Where are you going in the gardens?
What kind of gardens is it? Is it like a hedge maze? Is it like just botanical garden kind of deal where there's different plants from different places?
Is it like a sanctuary type deal, or is
it's like halfway between a botanical sanctuary and like a nature preserve. There are all different sorts of trees and ferns, and it's almost done up to look like a forest. And there are pathways, like dirt pathways through like each section of this sort of like foresty place, and there are also paved pathways that mark boundaries between almost different types of forest, and then there's plains and meadows, and there are nearer to the estate and quarters there's some like flower boxes, but there's just a lush like display of pretty much any kind of biome that could grow and be maintained in this climate is represented here in some form or fashion. The pathways themselves, the paved pathways are mostly straight. The dirt pathways, though, are designed to provide a level of privacy and twist around, and there's like sort of like screening bushes around secluded benches and picnic tables. This is a fairly large garden.
You guys choose where we are.
We hide in the safest place in any garden. Definitely the bushes, where all the thorns are.
Is the dashed path from like the throne room to the circle up there, is that like a pathway?
No, the dashed lines are fences.
Oh.
So solid lines are walls. Dashed lines are fences. Um, the sort of scribbles in the gardens is obviously indicating the plants. You can tell what the gates look like. So. Yeah, that is a outward fence, designed to help prevent necessarily access to the gardens from anywhere else, as well as to provide, again, a level of privacy to the gardens.
Yeah.
It's maybe 6 foot high, and it's a solid enough fence. Like, it's not like a chain link fence or like a balanced fence where it's just a physical barrier. It is a visual barrier as well. It's solid planks of wood. Maybe about 5 feet high. Not so high that you can't see over it, but...
So where are we dropping, boys?
Where are you going in the gardens?
Should we go closer to the throne room? I feel like we should be in like a central area of the gardens, so then when Eterna tells us of their location, then we can just hightail it over there as quick as possible.
Yeah. I say we should do that then.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're going to... Here, why don't you draw on the map where you're going? That way I don't cheat based on what I can see on my map.
Draw near the artiste.
Just
the artiste and drawing circles?
Give a little dot as to where you want your party to hide out.
I like this little area right here.
Perfect. So I will delete. And you guys are right there. I'll go ahead and just surround that in the sort of turquoise color. There we go. So, and you guys are going to hide out there. You're able to find some decent hiding places. Like I said, this garden is designed for privacy. And you all have high enough perception and rolled high enough on that group stealth check that you're able to hide out there, not indefinitely, but at least for a few hours without being disturbed.
Do we see any servants in the gardens?
Not many. There were a few gardeners just sort of like doing general maintenance, pruning, watering and stuff, but they're easy enough to avoid with your current stealth checks. They have the same stats as the maids, and you got automatic successes against them, so.
Cool.
Yeah. Those nat 20s came in clutch, making sure that you had high enough stealth to automatically succeed against the general palace staff, and only having to worry about actual guards. Very good. That's great news for your chances. So, changing camera focus back now to Eterna and Ossia.
Ossia is no longer with us.
Ossia is no longer with us, that is true. Do we want to put this off to...
next time?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I am tired, and I have roughly 5 hours till my next shift.
Right. So, we'll go ahead and end it there. So far, everything's going good. You've managed to answer the challenges put forward. I wasn't entirely sure you'd make it this far, but looks good for now. Very well done, guys.
Hell yeah.
For now.
Yep. And we'll see you next time.
see, with a little planning and a little killing of random grandma, anything is possible.
That wasn't part of the plan.
Blood sacrifice
Anything is
for luck.
possible.
Let's go.